Welcome in, everyone. This is very exciting. Thank you for your patience sticking through some technical difficulties. You know, that's Cyberpunk. All the technology is going rogue, including the technology used to try and do that. So, may look there may be a few rough parts around the edges, but you know, we're here. That's the important thing, and this is our first foray into Cyberpunk RED. Also going to be at least let's see. I think we've got one exception down there. My first extended time running a campaign with the Quelmar realm. We've got complete newbies here, and two semi-newbies. Yep, there it is. Have to figure out the flipping. Two semi-newbies. Yes, amongst the technical difficulties including this lovely green void behind me, which worked for like 5 minutes, and then it didn't. So we're just going to be in a green void today. That's fine. So my name is Jonathan. He, any, or pronouns. I am, yes, extraordinarily excited to run all of this, but that's enough about me. Let's go to our new players. Don't mind me if I am fiddling with names during this. Continue to fiddling with names. Let's toss it over to Lee. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? I want name, pronouns, and yeah, anything you'd like to add.
Do you want to hear about our character now, or are we doing that later?
We're gonna do characters in a second. I know you can all can see our lovely character handles on the screen as we are, but for now, just you as a person. We're going to do character introductions here in just a second. The flawless exposition delivery that will be happening momentarily.
Cool. Well then, hi, I'm Lee. My pronouns are she, her, and this is my second time ever doing a game with Quelmar, at least on Twitch, anyway. And I think they're super awesome, and I'm so excited to be back.
Fantastic. All right, across the way, over to Matthew.
Hi there, I am Matthew, he, him. I am one of the brand newbies to the universe of Quelmar. I'm also brand new to Twitch, and I am twitching with anticipation. And I guess my fun fact will be that I have known Jonathan for 16 years now, so my character will be getting special treatment because I know where the awkward teenage year photos are.
Oh, weird. Matthew, your feed's cutting out. Oh, that is such a shame. Fantastic. Also, yep, I was a little bit too slow on the draw for the rim shot, but don't worry, the sound effects will continue later.
Morale improves.
Let's keep going clockwise there. Let's go over to Angela.
Hey, I am Angela, she, her. This is, I guess, my second campaign that I'm on with Quelmar, with all these lovely folks. Fun fact, I have not known Jonathan for 16 years. I've only known him for 1, so I do not have any embarrassing photos that I can blackmail him with.
Yet. Excellent. And then finally, we've got Ashley.
I'm Ashley. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the other newbie on the Quelmar realm. And I've been playing with Jonathan. I play D&D with him pretty regularly for, I don't know, like almost 3 years now, I think.
Oh my gosh, it has been. Oh my god. Yep. Yep.
Time flies when you're stuck indoors.
Very exciting. Let me go ahead and put me up here. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, yes. Shout out to Jeff for roughly 30% of the overlay here. I'm going to be doing some shout outs, some attributions for music overlays, etc. Probably more towards towards the end, just so we can get things kicked off here. So, any information just going in before we set the scene? Yes, this is Cyberpunk RED. This lovely system right here by Talsorian Games. It is set in the same universe as Cyberpunk 2077. That whole universe here, it is allegedly, usually set in a place called Night City, which does take place in an alternate universe of Earth, but we're not going to do that. We are not going to be in Night City. We are going to be in the Quelmar realm. Where exactly? What is the place called? Well, we will find out in media res. It does... Well, James, you make a good point. It is, so far, yes, we do have as many glitches as 2077. If I start T-posing in front of this green screen, you will know why.
Good thing we are only visible from the shoulders up.
Yep. Exactly. So, okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, just some like minor things. The Cyberpunk is a D10 system if you're not familiar with it. Rather than your good old D20 system like D&D, this is you roll a D10 and then you add some numbers to it. Simple enough. Yes. And most of the focus for Cyberpunk in general is, well, surviving. People are about survival, but also surviving with style. There's a reason why most things take place in the city. The city and the culture, its people are going to be a huge part of it, which is why we are not going to start inside the city itself. Let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to throw up some music as we zoom in here. Don't mind me as I juggle just a few windows here. Stop that. Thank you. All right. There we are. And yes, as always, if sound levels are off, let me know via the chat. I will fiddle. We hear the soft crashing of waves, the crunch of dirt, branches, and leaves. But above all else, we hear the roar of an engine, guttural, yet unwavering, punching its way through the natural environs. We see a vehicle gunning forward, skirting around a thick forest by following a trail that rides the line between trees and sandy beach, lit by the fiery tones of a sunset. Inside this vehicle, we see 4 people, our crew. First, we zoom into the person hanging their head out the window with a wide, undeterred grin and hair blowing in the breeze rushing by. Lee, if you would please introduce your character. Name, handle, if different, and what do we see as we look at this person?
You see what is essentially what appears to be a golden retriever of a human. They are kind of a medium complexion, medium tone skin. They've got this really dope ass mohawk made out of like what appear to be dreadlocks, but are actually interspersed with like cybernetic dreads, I guess, and box braids that kind of feed into the tattoos on their neck that are also lit up. They have massive mirror shades on, and you'd almost be angry at them for how beautiful they are, but they're also nice as heck and just have a friendly disposition without even needing to talk to them. You're like, that's a friendly dude. And yeah, if you were to meet him, he would say, "Bonjour, my name is Beau Delarue, and it is a pleasure to meet you." And he's a fixer, and you can just call him Beau, though. He has another name, but he doesn't really like it very much. So, is that good?
That is perfect. So, with Beau Delarue here, we flash back from this vehicle driving through this nature here over to. We cut to back. That is. Yep. Just need to zoom out a little bit. We flash back to where this job began, not even a day ago. The place where many desperate souls on this island call home, Echo Center. But for now, the rest of this underground city is a blur as we quickly zoom into a smaller, glowing oasis of sorts, the Neon Garden. When the people of Echo Center want to relax, get a bit of comfort, and escape in an otherwise cold city, there is no place quite like the Neon Garden. And that has a lot to do with the person who is unquestionably the face of the operation. Beau, as most people know him, Beau Delarue. His knack for genuine friendliness and hospitality give this place a warmth and inclusivity that is unmatched on this island. Certainly for those down on the surface, at any rate. For those in the know, the Neon Garden isn't just a place of respite and entertainment. Given the golden rule of don't kill the chill, it's proven to be an excellent grounds for making connections for jobs and night markets. There's an opportunity for everyone to get what they're looking for. Beau, you've got an appointment with a client that takes place in just a moment. What are you doing in the Neon Garden right now, just before this meeting or earlier today?
I think Beau is doing probably what he does most of the time, which is checking in with the other people that help to kind of keep the Neon Garden going, and also checking on all of their clientele. The front of house clientele being if you're coming in for just any sort of physical relaxation, might be towards the front of the house, or your basic wares. But then he's also checking in on the back of the house as well, which is where more night market things might happen. And all with a massive smile and just making sure everybody's having a good time and everybody's getting what they need.
Fantastic. So yes, we have our fixer, Beau Delarue. The night markets, of course, being where, if you know the right person, know the right place, things can be a little bit more difficult to come by in Echo Center, but these night markets might have what you need. So then, time comes for this appointment. Walking in is an immaculately dressed man, clothed in pristine, luxurious fabrics with numerous shining gold bangles ringing on his wrists. His smile, perfect, straight, bleached, practiced. His hair, perfectly coiffed with vivid sunset colors. His gaze, aloof but always searching. This is Shaw Rosenmaker, aka the Gardener. He's an important figure in the entertainment business of Ecronia, which is the uber-rich vacation getaway city that floats in this sky above this one. And he's also the single most significant investor in the Neon Garden. Beau Delarue, a pleasure as always, I'm sure. Forgive me if I cut right to the chase. I'm a very busy man. I've got quite a full schedule in Ecronia that I'm currently holding at bay. I've got a job for you.
Well, of course, I am.
Sorry, go ahead.
Happy to. Oh no, you're fine. I was saying I'm happy to do anything you'd like me to do. However, why in a hurry? Why not sit back and relax a little? That 1,000-watt smile of yours looks mighty tired.
As always, I appreciate the flattery, but this, not to undercut you here, this whole scene here is wonderful for the rabble down here. It's lovely, but it's quaint, just not really my scene exactly. But I've got wind of a rather big tech score elsewhere on this island. This one is hot off the presses. This is very, very new information. If you move quickly enough, you might be able to get to it first before anyone else hears, moves out. Certainly, I would prefer it be that way. I'll say it's on good authority. Now, this tech, this isn't just the normal score that I've had you read. There's a reason why I'm coming to you. More tech, more money, better entertainment in Acronia, which means more money for you. And, well, if it makes anything obsolete up there, then I'll see what I can do about some hand-me-downs. You know how it goes. Win-win. And, of course, the usual... Actually, pardon me. And they look at you very closely with all these bangles jangling. This is a very crucial job. I'm going to increase the rate a little bit. There, as it is the case with abandoned things, there might be some trouble, blah, blah, blah. I will be compensating you for your efforts. You and whatever small team you put together will receive 1,000 Acronia dollars per person, which no one in Echo Center calls them Acronia dollars. They're EBs, Echo Bucks, which technically their Acronia is the mint, but no one down here is going to give them the satisfaction of that. So, but 1,000 EBs per person, that is nothing to sneeze at. Now, I don't exactly have too many details on the tech itself, just the location. Supposedly, an unsalvaged, unspoiled trove. And, like I said, something like that is sure to have security, face, crack open, which is why I come to you. Need for the team. I need this handled quickly, discreetly, and with some expertise. The usual grunts that I would use for something like this just won't do. So, small team should be fine for speed and, presumably, if you act quickly enough, not having to, get violent with anyone else. I presume that a man with your connections can assemble a team for this, yes?
Oh, you know I can get a team. I just might have a couple other questions to follow up with. But perhaps there's a way I can reach out should we have any, or my team have any questions prior to our discreet and, might I say, most likely elegant endeavor.
Yes, of course. As always, you have my agent information. I'm likely to be preoccupied with various businesses, but you can always reach the office. My secretary, I'm sure, can answer any questions that you might have. If there is an emergency, well, I trust that you can handle emergencies as they arise.
Of course.
Out of character, yes. Do you have any questions?
Just to review, so we have the info that he gave me is big tech score, very new, it's unsalvaged and unspoiled, like nobody else has gone for it. It's most likely to have major security systems, and just a lot of security of some kind, and that we need to do it quickly and discreetly and try to avoid violence if possible.
Yes. And that it has been overlooked so far because it is apparently hiding in a junkyard. A little bit of background for you and our audience and our players at large. Salvage is a big part of the economy of this island. Like, it is a large part of what makes Echo Center, what makes the world go round there, the tech and the money involved in it. Now, presumably, Acronia, the floating city accessible only by airship to those with the money and connections to do so, above it is, well, they tell other people that is a uber luxurious vacation getaway, but there is some of that. You all know down here that they are here to vulture the tech that lies on this island. Take the best bits for themselves, and usually pay well. So it is not unheard of for the first person to like cry. It's been a while since someone has, if the details are right, it's been a while since someone has had a job like this, but it would track that there have been some incidents in the past with people, maimed, vaporized, what have you, with some of the old old security measures, but that doesn't happen as often these days. Okay. Anything else?
The only other thing I had question-wise was just on the location. Is that junkyard in like our neighborhood neck of the woods, or is it as the Neon Garden anyway? It's further away.
It is a little bit further away. This island here, Echo Center / the Neon Garden. It's not like terribly far from the shore on this island, but the location that he gives he like sends you a little like pin, a blip on your agent as he like lazily takes it out and drops a pin to you. It is not that close. It would not be practical to get there on foot, especially when there's a little bit of a clock here. But if only you knew someone who had an appropriate vehicle.
Oh, I think I got some people in mind. But before it goes, I would like to have already been signaling to somebody in the back to make what I already know to be, I assume anyway, Mr. Rosenmaker's favorite drink. And in fact, it's a drink we have named after him. And I have it ready to go in a very elaborate, fancy to-go cup. And it's on the house. Come back anytime.
Oh, yes, right. Thank you for that. And is less and less eye contact as he is getting more engrossed with like bips and bleeps on his agent, which, I mean, it's functionally a cell phone. For those who happen to catch the very brief intro screen here on the stream, that's sort of the vibe of an agent. Some aren't quite that clunky. Yours is maybe a little bit more compact than that. But that's the idea. But yeah, less and less eye contact. He's like, oh, yes. Without even looking, he like goes to take the drink, stops, pulls out like a handkerchief, wipes his hand, wipes the side of the glass, and then takes it, sniffs, sips. Yes, it is getting marginally better. Sets it back down on the table. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm seeing the technical difficulties thing.
Oh, we're back now.
That one's not me. It's I see a little thing in my window there. It's like OBS connection interrupted for reasons. Fortunately, it's brief. I don't know what last folks, but yes, you say like dirty. He stops in his tracks. He's already like turned down, walking out. He stops and looks at you with. He's had this aloof gaze the whole time. There's a little bit of a steely gaze there. Yeah, something like that. I expect to hear results soon. And he makes his way out. And that's when we cut back to... We cut back to where we began. If I can find my place, there's... So this, we have not only cut back to the present, but jumped forward in time a little bit here. You are still driving this somewhat sand, kind of like a dune buggy sort of look here, but modified for the island. And this is where also you've had to turn into the forest more proper. It is unable to get to your destination. It is not possible to keep skirting on the beach. It's time to turn in. So the other issue here is that the fog. There is a persistent fog on this island that is rolling in just as you come in. You put in these specialized masks. It is not toxic exactly. It's not deadly, but it can cause some respiratory issues, and it can mess with technological instruments. So we zoom into the driver's seat, where we see Ashley. If you would please introduce your character.
Yeah, so you see in the driver's seat a woman with bright aquamarine hair that's kind of threaded with purple fiber optic threads. It's pulled up into a high ponytail, but it has like a kind of like a victory roll at the top, thinking like Gwen Stefani No Doubt era. She's wearing this big coat that has a big purple fur collar and fur cuffs. It's kind of tattered, but you know, it works for her. She has a tattoo on her collarbone of little geometric animals, and it kind of extends down her arm a bit. And she's just hanging out in the driver's seat, but you will notice that she is not using her hands to drive. She is plugged in and just rolling with it.
Yes, fantastic. So we, see the first instance of, for those who have the right tools. Here in Cyberpunk, cybernetic enhancements are very much, like, they're in... It is honestly rare to come across someone in Echo Center who doesn't have some kind of enhancement, whether that's cosmetic, skin, hair, or more utilitarian, something quite useful, like the interface here where Pixie does not have to use their hands to drive. They plug right into the vehicle, which is particularly handy in this scenario because navigating through the trees and the fog is, even with someone with the interface, it's not the easiest scenario to drive. Visibility is down and there are trees everywhere, but this is not your first rodeo. This is your specialty. As we flash back to before this job. For you, Pixie, what were you doing just before Bo here contacted you for this job?
Well, I was performing in a magic act with my family. The Margot magic act, to be exact. And but you see, it's not just a magic act. It's actually a front for a smuggling operation. And we were running a job that went south, and I got away, but some of my family didn't. And now I'm on the hunt for the people who betrayed us.
Okay. Now, how recent did that go down, this double crossing here?
I think pretty recent. Within the past week or so. Yeah.
Okay, so extremely recent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. then with that, Bo, you know you're looking at that location. You know you're going to need a very good driver. Now, Pixie here has, because you are in the know, she's run a little bit of smuggling for you in the past and is arguably the best driver that you know. You're well connected, so you've heard about this incident with Pixie lately and her family. But I would say with this time doing a little bit of a thought occurs to you. Obviously, Pixie is busy with some things, but for this job, not only is this going to be lucrative, this is going to allow, this could be a quid pro quo scenario, depending. If you want to have Pixie, or excuse me, you owe Pixie one, but let's, okay, then let's go to whether it's in-person agent, it is your call. Let's flash to that conversation, Bo and Pixie, the recruitment.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Was the Margot Magic Act, did they actually perform any magic at all whatsoever as part of the front? And if so, do you think they would have ever, like, because I love the idea that they performed at for a while at the Neon Garden. And so I think it was, if that's cool, I think it'd be definitely equally devastating for the employees of the Neon Garden, because we enjoyed your family very much and also appreciated their smuggling abilities.
Yes, I think that
yeah,
absolutely makes sense.
I like that a lot. Like, absolutely, it makes sense that this magic act would be part of the Neon Garden. So, yeah, that loss hit you hard as well.
Then yeah, I unless you think you'd be out running a job or something, I would probably invite you to the Neon Gardens, because Bo likes to talk in person if at all possible. It's more personal that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll send you a text on your agent that just says, like, Pixie got some juicy information and a spicy job. I need you back over here, girl.
And I'll just send a note back that just says, "On my way. Anything for you, Bo?"
Oh, shucks. Making me blush.
Okay. Roped in there. And unless there's any more of that interaction that you would like, any more RP there you'd like to do? Ooh.
I think I'm going to hold off on giving the full details until we get the whole crew together.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You want to do like a yes. I'm planning heist. Absolutely. All right. Then let's cut forward back to the present. Where? There we go. Same as before, we jump forward in time a little bit as we when we get to the present here. It is now actually, you have reached the junkyard itself. There is, at a glance, things have been picked pretty clean here. There is junk and trash, but at a glance, anything valuable is long gone. What I would like here, so you were given the location of this junkyard, some sort of details, but not like, you know, there's nothing highlighted in detective mode at this moment right now. So what I want everyone to do, first skill check of the game, first roll of the game, I would like everybody to please roll me a... Where is it? It is down here. I want everybody to please make me a... It's just, yeah, perception. I would say perception check unless someone wants to sell me on a different skill.
Makes sense to me.
Let's see if I can do this. Hiya! First rolls! Wow.
Very good.
16 off
so
of a
16. Okay. Excellent. With these 16s here. Yeah, this was... It is no wonder that this was not discovered before. With a little bit of details you're given at sort of towards the bottom of one of these larger junk piles is... Now that you see what looking for, there is like a symbol there. One of the old abandoned text site symbols that you have seen before. Very easy to miss. But Pixie and Bo, you spot this. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Pixie, for you all start digging here to get to this entrance, just clearing it away. But some of this junk falls down, and just this bit of rusty metal sort of slices your arm there, Pixie. It's not super life-threatening at the moment, but that was rusty. So someone is injured, which means that it is time for us to introduce Angela. If you would please introduce your character.
Okay. Her name is Tara Trilby, more commonly known as Patch.
Pause. We got disconnected again. Okay. Back up the previous sentence and try again. Sorry, I don't know why my computer keeps just like
It
hiccuping.
is all good. But yeah, like sky blue hair, kind of shaved on one part, sort of cascading down the side of her face on the other. One of the most noticeable things about her is she doesn't actually have any cybernetic implants or any kind of technology at all. Kind of going with the more naturalistic approach. So she kind of stands out in the fact that she doesn't actually have any of the cool tech that everybody else seems to have.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Yes, you all would know for sure. As mentioned before, it is pretty rare for people in Echo Center not to have any cybernetic enhancements. There are people on the island who don't ascribe to those, and they are kind of like their own faction there, mostly in the woods themselves, elsewhere on the island, not these highly populated centers. There are, I would say, a few outposts and settlements scattered around the island, but for a number of reasons, they most about everybody on this island stays in those outposts, and Echo Center is the largest one. It is currently the largest settlement on this island. Okay, let us flashback to Patch's recruitment. Patch, what were you up to just before you got the call? Oh, excuse me. Actually, I've got something for you with this because it's something we previously discussed.
Cool.
So you're there at the Neon Garden. Your twin brother, who is known as Scratch, has been here a while, and you've come by to collect him again, since he's almost certainly maxed out his tab here again. Sure enough, when you find him, he is passed out after some heavy drinking and probably I'm not going to speak for him, but whatever entertainment he usually indulges in at the Neon Garden, yeah, he is. Yep.
Great.
And I think that is where you two cross paths.
Myself and Patch, or
Yes,
and...
sorry. You two.
Patch and Scratch, or
that's on me. Yes, Patch and Bo. You two cross paths here. I would say, yes, Patch and Scratch, you cross paths, but he is not conscious.
Patch, you know how much I adore you. It does seem that your sibling here has once again partaken a little too much of our gifts. I know you are trustworthy, but his tab is running mighty high. But lucky for you. Yes, well, what can you blame him? The Neon Garden is awfully delightful. But I have a proposal that I think you might like. Are you up for a job?
Possibly.
It pays very well, and I can go ahead and tell you it'd probably clear up not just this tab, but probably a couple future tabs as well for your brother and you, should you decide to partake in anything.
Well, we know he's going to run up a tab again, so...
Yes. And I wave somebody over, like a hefty-looking, androgynous person who's incredibly muscular to kind of scoop up Patch, or sorry, not Patch, Scratch, in a not in a mean way, a very delicate way, and just take him. Like, I nod to Patch for like consent and just say like, would you like us to take him to his regular recovery room? And I think you know that he has like a cot in the back that we just generally like put him on until he wakes up.
Yeah, I would imagine at this point, yeah, there would be an entire room just set up for him, because it happens all the time. So yeah, go for it.
Wonderful. And yeah, while we're on our way back, I think I'll be like, well, I've already got one person on our team, and she is also just a fantastic driver, and I can't wait. You might have met already, I'm not sure, but and then unless there's anything else in the middle of that, like if the audio fades out, I guess, as I'm explaining some details about it. Oh, speaking of audio fading, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
This time it was on purpose. No, that makes a lot of sense. I would say maybe not entirely out of desire there, Patch, to like be at Neon Garden yourself. You've been around there long enough that you're at least tangentially familiar with the other two members of this group. Perhaps, maybe even a job or two, some smuggling in the past if they need a little bit of help. Your brother has also known, when conscious, is known to be a solo in Echo Center as well. So maybe that has been part of your past. Okay. Yes. Agreed there, James. Okay. With that, we jump back to the present / slightly past that. There we go. The trash pile has been cleared away, and what is left is this hatch that is there in the ground. Now with this hatch, it is pretty well physically shut. However, there is also what looks like an access panel, which is the cue for our last team member, Matthew. If you would please introduce your character.
Sure. So my character is Zer Stylish. He goes by the handle Opera, and he is a little over 7 feet tall. But his shoulders are unnaturally wide and his hips are unnaturally narrow, so he has almost literally an hourglass figure when he's kind of standing with his feet apart, as he frequently does. He's wearing an unbelievably elaborate but impractical for the environment coat that sort of is a plunging neckline down to his belt, and you can see that on his chest, in addition to like a monitor showing his vitals, are like constantly slowly moving tattoos that he thinks are incredibly cool, but are distinctly not.
Love that self-awareness from the player. Very good.
He regards himself as misunderstood.
Exactly. As do most of the techno-humans that Opera usually associates with. So, there is this access panel that maybe with a little bit of encouragement would be able to be used. So, Opera, I am going to pick on you here. Please, if you would, roll me a electronics and security tech roll.
Wow. Already asking for a double. So, Jonathan, do you mind if I just manually add in the +2 from the... So I'm just going to increase the mod for this one roll and just do that ad hoc until we figure out how to get that to work. All right, so I shall...
Yeah, that's totally fine. And that is a... Oh, boy. That is a 29. So the... Which is extraordinary. Like, 29 is the highest DV, difficulty value, that they have listed in the book. So that's pretty good.
Please,
for
my
those
Mutti
who...
gave me simpler things to toy with when she was scavenging the beach.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is child's play. This is some old, outdated tech that, yeah, you're pretty sure you've cracked lock... Or, not pretty sure. You did crack locks like this as a child. Like... So yeah, a 29 is very... The way that, if for folks not familiar with Cyberpunk and the D10 system, the way that critical successes and critical failures work, if you roll a 10 on the 10-sided dice, that is a critical success. You may not succeed, but it is a critical plus. You roll that D10 again and add the number. So what Opera has done here, they rolled the 10, so start with 10. Rolled again, got a 1, so that's 11. But they have, with their intelligence and their skill mod, plus your cyber tech, which increases that mod even further.
And my roll, which also increases it further.
Say again?
My roll ability also gets added to the tech skills.
Oh, yes, that's right. As the tech roll is... This is your bread and butter. So with a plus 18 to the roll, and likewise, if someone rolls a 1 on that d10, you do roll again and subtract that number. The first one still counts, but that second die is going to be subtracted, so you can hypothetically end up with negative numbers, which is that. But by and large, roll. So it does, good question, it does not explode. If you roll another 10, it doesn't keep going, it doesn't reiterate past that.
Also possibly worth noting, in very stark contrast to Patch, as Zer goes over to this, he just pops his hand and like splits open between the ring and middle finger and unfurls like a whole bunch of different tools that he just kind of casually uses to crack this thing open.
Yes, very opposite end of the spectrum from Patch there. Excellent. So as you fiddling with this lock, which, well, doesn't take long, but during that sort of interstitial here, we flash back one last time. Actually, let's just say the. I'll leave this one up to you here, Bo. As we flash back again, you expressed interest in having like a group huddle here for your heist meeting. I will leave that up to you whether you want to have like the recruitment part with you and Opera here be a part of that meeting or lead right into it. That is your call.
I just for the sake of efficiency, I was going to gather everybody together in one, like in a back room at the Neon Garden. But I can also and then explain everything and see if anybody had questions.
Yeah. Then let's just like briefly have interjection here. Yeah, we'll say that you are gathering people into this room at the Neon Garden, but just
I think Jonathan
briefly, maybe like it's on your way in or like an interaction. Like what is that interaction between you and Opera for this recruitment?
I think maybe a segue we thought of was that Opera could have some amount of work maintaining the cyberware on the individuals who ply their trade at the Neon Garden. So maybe Zare is a tech that, to get some extra ebbs will, rotate their tires, so to speak.
Perfect. That absolutely works for me. So, and it sounds like you may already be at the Neon Garden up to your usual duties today. When, yes, we're ready for Bo to approach here.
Yeah, I can just come out of the back and, coming out of his cyber forearm and a little roll is. So let's see, rotates tires, a bit of wear and tear, and Bo Liebchen, you have got to tell Steely Dan to stop using that dreadful water-based lubricant. It's going to wear out his implants. But that comes out to about 27 ebbs.
Oh, that's not too bad. Trust me, I've talked to Steely Dan every day. The man is convinced that is the only type he can use. Ugh, but...
I had to steam his ducts to get the clumps out.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry for that. Are you
Not
doing
to
okay
worry.
afterwards? You good?
Oh, don't worry about me.
Oh, I always worry about you, darling. But only because you always look so fabulous. Can I just that deep V on the jacket? Is that new? Cause, yes.
Well, thank you. My body is a temple. It's just under renovation.
Oh, it's magnificent. But anywho, I will make sure you get that the fees for your service. But until then, how about something a little more, I don't know, interesting, exciting, something that'll bring in a little more than 27 EP.
Well, I have a long list of projects.
Oh, Hyafol, I know you're so busy, darling, but you know you love me, and how does 1,000 EP sound?
I'm listening.
Come with me. And I just do like a little cheeky sort of like pull you along by the jacket to the back.
It's not hard to convince Zare. He talks a big game, but he is completely skint because nobody buys his terrible art.
Oh, I think Bo would have definitely at least, done the equivalent of like putting it up on the refrigerator. Like he wants to, but like not even like that patronizing of a way. Like Bo wants to make sure that everyone feels valued.
It's all like the sculptures from Beetlejuice, like extremely abstract.
You know what? Honestly, art is so subjective. Someone is into it somewhere.
Well, an artist is never appreciated in his own life, which is a problem because I never intend to die.
Ooh, I love it. How controversial. Yeah, so I bring them back and definitely pass around a round of drinks. And is everybody in the same room?
Yes, we can have everyone gathered here for your heist planning meeting, your job meeting. Reconnected. Reconnecting. Reconnection successful. There we have it. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, you said everybody does kind of know each other, or should, in theory.
Yeah. So, based on our just a little bit for the audience, as well as perhaps a reminder for what we discussed in session 0 a while back. This is, obviously subject to whatever y'all would like to tweak or add, but Opera is an employee here. Pixie has done magic shows in the past year with maybe a little smuggling on the side. And yep, Patch may or maybe not like enthusiastic about doing so, but spends a fair amount of time here because of Scratch. And I don't know if you can tell me, Patch, I think Scratch gets more out of some of the stuff here than you do, but as Bo mentioned, Bo's in the business of making people happy, whatever that entails, so maybe there's something that is actually up your alley. We don't have to nail that down at this moment, but you are all at least passingly familiar with each other. Maybe you've done a couple of small jobs in the past, but you would know each other by handle. So, take it away.
Great. Hello, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining me. As you know, I don't typically call formal meetings like this, but I've got some interesting news, and I think you all will be interested. A man by the name of the Gardener, who you might know is a very important investor here at the Neon Garden, has informed me that there is a job that he needs doing. Sorry, we went out again. Okay. Fast forward, all the details, etc. Are you all in?
Well, my understanding is that a plan works best if you explain it while it's unfolding, so I'll wait for the details on the way there.
Wunderbar. If you have any questions, I can always, call him. Our investor.
Some of that old security tech. I've run into it before on the beach with my mortar.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have no problems with it. It'll be child's play for you.
Grandma stylish could have dodged those plasma blasts.
But of course, in case we get into any trouble, I need my best med tech by my side. And, well, like I mentioned, it's not exactly close by, so I'd love to have somebody who's a good driver. And I only work with the best.
I've heard rumors of this job, I think. Some other group that is potentially looking for the same thing. So if we're going to do this, we got to do this fast.
Oh, absolutely. Speed is paramount. Currently, no one has looked at this because it's in a junkyard, which is unfortunate for me, but I'm willing to get down and dirty if I have to. But yes, if we want to get out there before anybody else hears about this. And it sounds like our investor doesn't exactly know what is in this salvage, so we might get to take a look before anybody else does, if you catch my drift, including our investor.
Sounds like we get to call dibs.
From your lips to, well, there's no God, I suppose, but from your lips to whatever's ears. But yeah, how about you, Patch? You seem a little skeptical.
You say this will take care of my brother's tab?
Yeah, but doesn't it sound even just a little bit fun, though, too?
Sure, let's go with that. Fuck it, I'm in.
Fantastic.
And excellent. With that collective, you son of a bitch, I'm in. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So now we are over this one. So we flash back. The hatch is open, easily. It protests a little bit as it slides open, but it does eventually oblige. Rays of sunlight provide some sunset light provides some scant illumination as a seeming void lies open underfoot. You prepare your rappelling equipment and begin sliding down. Searching this darkness with your flashlights, which is fairly vast. You can see signs of old civilization, although the vast emptiness makes it seem more like a cave more than anything else. And when you reach the bottom, at a glance, before any sort of checks or anything, this place looks empty. Nothing like really jumps out at you as valuable or anything like that. What do you do?
Well, I would immediately deploy my tech scanner and just kind of be like silently off, looking around for anything interesting, but obviously not going far ahead of the group.
Okay. Is that tech scanner, is it basically like a little drone, or does it have any special
It's like a hand. It's an implant in my cyber arm that I can use to identify and do stuff to tech.
Okay.
It's basically a sonic screwdriver.
Connected again. Reconnected again. There we go. Okay. I'm going to say for these two, you said looking for something specifically hidden. I'm going to say first, Opera, since you're using your tech scanner, you can also do a good old-fashioned... Where was it? I just saw it a moment ago. I'm going to say make a
thing in this.
Say again? Oh, assisting. Yes, it is a thing. Let me refresh myself on those rules.
If it's too big of a thing, I was like, I have a conceal reveal object, like for one of my like major skills. So if I could maybe assist with that search.
Yeah, it looks like all the awareness skills are helpfully clustered at the top left of the skills panel.
Yeah, yep. So that is... Oh, it's just wrong. It's just sorted incorrectly. Yeah. So I'm going to say yes. You two can... I would say yes, you can help Pixie here with a good old conceal reveal object, since you're looking for something specifically hidden. Opera, with you, I'm going to say make a perception check, but you can add that plus from your text, that +2. Hatch, how about you? This music got a little
You say it looks empty?
Pixie!
Yes.
Could I try and see if there's any traces that somebody's been here recently, possibly got here before us?
Yes. Please make a tracking roll.
Cool. How do I do that?
So tracking is one of your skills, either using your companion app. So I will say to any would-be Cyberpunk RED players out there, there's a fantastic free app called the Cyberpunk RED Companion that is enormously helpful for building characters and tracking stuff. For you there, Patch, you can, if you go to your character sheet there on skills here, we are using Foundry, which we will see on the stream momentarily when the time is right. But if you, yes, go over to there in your skills, top left there, you'll see tracking under awareness.
Under perception. Cool. Okay.
Ooh, Oh, baby, look at that. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Okay.
Oh, is that a good roll? I'm not even sure.
An 11. 11, it's not...
I think
It's
14 tends to be the baseline of like tough to do, like slightly harder than routine.
Yeah. So as since we're all new to Cyberpunk here, both us all playing / running, as well as our audience, just we mentioned before, like 29 is the highest thing they've got listed in the book under legendary. That's like the ridiculous value. It starts at 9, which is simple, something that most people can do without thinking, but which might be hard for a small child. Then every day is listed at 13. 15 for difficult, 17 for professional, where like it would take some training. Heroic is heroic is 21. That's like your high level athletes, superstars. 24 is like incredible. That is Olympian level competency, at least for physical things. Best of the best. And then 29 is that legendary, where it's, that's the one you tell your grandchildren about, or would get you something in the paper, or like honestly 29 or higher, that might even be history books, not just the paper. So that is looking here. We've got a 15 for conceal reveal from Bo, combined with Pixie, who got that crit, up to a 27 for reveal object. Opera, you've got that 15 on perception and 11 for tracking for patch. Let's tackle these in order. Patch, with this tracking here, looking around you, let's see. 11. What you are able to deduce from this, you do not find any signs that someone has beaten you to the punch here. All these signs of life or movement seem to be much old, much older. This thick layer of dust is over everything. A little bit more, and this is not just like I say it's like as large as cave. It's not actual cave. There are, some of it has crumbled due to time. It looks like there was some sort of event here that, though not cataclysmic, like it's not just all rubble here. There's some like little signs of damage here and there, but for the most part, things just being gone here. It looks like whoever used to live here just left and took all of their valuables with them, some time ago. You would say at least decades, based on the amount of dust here. Thank you for the subscription there, Mush Love Gaming. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And I missed that earlier, also a little while ago. N Cthulhu also subscribed a couple of hours ago, so thank you for that. I don't have the fancy setup where it pings across the screen. Maybe in the future I can figure that out, but thank you. So yeah, there's like no signs of violence or struggle. Like you don't see any like dried blood, that there is a battle here. It just looks like they picked up and left. With this conceal reveal object, Bo and Pixie, you keeping your eyes peeled. We can. Thank you for that, James. We'll make it a subtle ping for the future. With this 27 on that crit roll from Pixie. Pixie, you're an old hat at smuggling. You know that often there is more than meets the eye. Whether this was something that got forgotten, overlooked, you're not sure. But as you pick around the ruins of this civilization here, you find a hatch there. Just sort of like a hidden hatch in a cabinet. Most of it is the scenario that y'all are seeing are kind of like when a storefront goes out of business, and so there's like there's kind of stuff in there, but it's mostly bare and empty. But you happen to uncover something was overturned, like this table's overturned, and a hatch underneath. You find, I don't know why I put these on. I know exactly. Wait, I can use Foundry for this. That'll make things faster. That's why I've got it here. I just want not the launcher, I just want the regular. I want you to please roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and roll me a d10 there, if you would, Pixie.
Remind me how to just do a single roll.
If you do /r space d10 there in the chat. Fantastic. A4. Whoa. Okay. That's what we got. You uncover a little weapon cache. Nothing. The one thing that sticks out here in this weapon cache is a grenade. You find a biotoxin grenade.
Oh no!
Damn.
So just because I've got it open here, I will go ahead and just drop this on your sheet. Biotoxin grenade. You will find that under your gear. That is battle combat is a whole other thing. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not going to delve into it now, but for this grenade, it is a AoE splash effect. No immediate damage, but if the person has to pass a check, and if they fail, they take a bunch of damage. Doesn't ignoring armor because it's biotoxin. Okay. Awesome. That is what you find with that. With this tech scan here, Opera, what happened to my music? Lost my window. There it is. Yes.
You need to get the wibbly wobbly sonic screwdriver sound effect on the audio board. Yeah.
I have a soundboard here. Nothing quite to that at fingertips, so I'm going to move on. Actually, wait, no, I do. We've got this. A little bit, some beeps and boops.
I really hope it's not actually canonically that loud, because it feels like the kind of item I'll probably want to use in stealth at some point. I'm walking around sounding like a Dalek falling down a staircase.
Yeah, there is an incognito mode on your tech scanner here that makes it a little bit quieter. What you find here, it looks like a dead end, but you do get like a little bit of a ping on your scanner here. You see it looks like the sealed large door of a freight elevator that apparently still has a little bit of juice to it based on your tech scanner here. And you also spy a sign. You spy a sign next to this freight elevator here. Most of it is very worn away from dust and age and whatever it is that happened here. This is as much as y'all are able to make out. And the sign. The dashes do not necessarily correspond to the that's just like to indicate kind of spaces. I'm going to put this into the Twitch chat as well for fun. that is what you see on the sign. It is largely unintelligible, but you do have this freight elevator here. I will say that actually Opera. So you have found this freight elevator door, but what I want you to roll here, if you would please, is let's get over to the tech skills, see which one feels possibly basic tech. Yeah, I'm going to say this is a basic tech roll of seeing if you can tell what kind of shape this elevator is. I'm not going to make you roll to open the doors because you just like cakewalked through an actual lock. So this is more like, what condition is it in? Can you get it running enough to open the door?
I have rolled.
A 23. Very, very good. Okay.
Funny,
with a
the tech class is good at tech things.
Go figure. Yes. Not on accident here. We've got a decently balanced party here. We've got Bo as the fixer, the face, Opera, the tech, Pixie, the nomad, our vehicle person, and Patch, our med tech. With a check like that, it'll take a little bit. It'll take a little bit of time here. Not an excessive amount, but you can fiddle with your tools long enough. It is not going to probably pass any fantasy OSHA, quosha laws.
Quosha.
But
I did
probably
purchase a tech tool, so I also have a tech tool in my cyber hand. So as soon as I've diagnosed it, I can get to work.
Perfect. Yeah, you go to the actual screwdriver setting of your screwdriver. Yeah, you can spend a little bit of time to get this thing in good enough condition, be stable enough to get you to wherever it's going. I will say, while you're tinkering on it, what information that you're able to pick up is that it goes down. You have already descended into this cave, wherever this place is. You haven't seen any names or labels exactly anywhere other than this sign just yet. But this elevator goes down.
I look to my compatriots seeing the scratched up sign and say, "It's mostly gone, but I imagine it says something to the effect of 'Abandon all hope, ye who don't have a badge.' But I've never been one for credentialism."
Excellent. Yep, go ahead. Go for it.
Could I do something like I was thinking like a deduction or something like that to try to figure out what some of the other letters in there might be. Out of basically intelligence, I'm assuming the last word is required, but
yeah, I'm going to say this is going to be a tough check. There's going to be a pretty high DV here as well. I'm going to invoke.
I believe I've heard of this game. It's called Quirtle.
Yeah, there are some modifiers here that I am going to apply to this DV as well. Yeah, you can make a deduction roll here to see if you can, quirtle this out.
all right. Hopefully, I roll better than I've been rolling. For fun and to see how. If I'm using luck, I have to declare it before I roll, right? Or after?
Yes. So this is the first time that we are using luck. In Cyberpunk RED, everyone has their usual stats. Like strength, dexterity, intelligence. Most of the usual stuff. There is some differences in there, but one of those stats is luck, and luck does nothing except gives you a pool of luck points that refreshes at the start of every session that you can use as you will before you roll. Before you roll to increase your skill roll by however many luck points you spent. And then it refreshes at the start of next session, so no reason not to use it each game.
Hey.
Ooh,
So I got
okay.
how's a 20 for you?
20 is pretty good. Did you already finagle it such that it added in the luck? Yes, you did.
It did. I
alright,
added
so you
1
spent
point
it.
of luck.
Perfect. I can see that on my end. So you added 1 luck point up to a 20. With a 20. You're not able to get all of this. But based on the required there and the somewhat more legible word before it, you think that that word says clearance. But
I
you
don't
just...
have any.
Sorry, go ahead.
But we don't have any idea of what sort of clearance that might require.
No, you don't know enough about this place to get the full picture of what it's implying, deduction or not. I will say with a 20, what else you're able to deduce is that you think the word preceding clearance, so it's something blank blank colon blank clearance required. You're also able to think that maybe that word before clearance is some sort of modifier, descriptor, adjective, something to that ilk, but you just don't know.
And last question, is the font of the sign, the design of the sign, is that like anything I've ever seen in being a purveyor and connoisseur of the arts? Have I seen that kind of design at all, or is it just your standard government-ish, Times New Roman sign?
That is a really good question. It is something. It is a style that you have seen before. Some of the bigger scores on this island, the tech caches, have had this style of font, which would suggest that the information that you got was good. That if it is in fact undisturbed, there is probably going to be a good score here.
Cool.
Excellent.
Well, I like your optimism as far as not needing any sort of clearance, but I'm a little worried if we just hop on down there that some sort of, ancient, janky machinery gonna try to ruin all of these beautiful faces we got right here, and, well, that would be a tragedy. So, maybe we should, I don't know, scope it out. Anybody got any sort of equipment to scope out a situation before we send in at least semi-human bodies down first?
Is this literally the only area, it's basically just a straight line to this elevator with the ominous sign that leads down, or were there side passages we didn't quite get around to?
Oh, good point.
That's a good question. In general, it was not just a narrow passageway. There is a
Right, you said
pretty
it was
wide
a big
area of
cavernous
what it's
room.
all domicile type places. I would say with the deduction and all the rolls you've made so far, you would think that whatever this place was, this is where people lived and then did work elsewhere, maybe down this freight elevator. There are some other passageways that rather former passageways that you see. It looks like there are other exits, but best you can tell, they are collapsed in on themselves.
Then
Or,
it doesn't
either
look like
either collapsed in on themselves, or let me retcon that, because there's some signs of activity, not like an earth, not like a major earthquake here. The other passageways, by and large, are like these heavy reinforced doors that are, unlike the freight elevator door, completely inert. So you probably could get them open. It would take some while. It would take a while, and with acetylene torches and stuff like that.
Then it doesn't look like we're going to have much luck looking for a mummified man wearing a lanyard.
mean, not a bad idea, but yeah, I don't see anybody. Real quick, anybody in our group not have a radio communicator or a way to reach out should we get separated?
You can follow me on Twitter.
Oh, you all know I already do, but I meant more in sort of an immediate sense. If nobody has a radio communicator, I've got 2, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to somebody in case we get split up. Who feels like
I
being
also have some.
Go ahead.
I also have some radio communicators if anybody needs one.
I could probably use one.
Yes, I agree. I think Patch is probably the most important member of our party if we're about to get filled with holes.
Well, why don't we if you have an extra and I have an extra, why don't we each give them to our teammates here, and we can always have our ears connected at least.
Oh, how kind. Party
Oh.
lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll keep it in incognito mode just for you.
Yes, I would say that by and large your agents, so like your, sci-fi tech tablet phones, etc. Usually follow communications. Even Patch, even you have an agent. Like maybe it's a flip agent, but you've got one. However,
I'm just worried about
yeah.
reception this deep under the ground.
Yes. Right now, you're okay. In the fog, there was... in the fog that sort of makes its way across the island, usually that signal will be a problem. Right now, the signal's okay because you're not that far down. You can still see the shaft overhead, but yes, you are correct in your... That is an apt hunch that if you keep going down, your agent signals are likely to not be very functional. At least, yeah, that part of your agent is not going to function well. With these radio communicators, these future walkie-talkies, yes, you will be able to communicate with each other unless there are extenuating circumstances, yes. Good idea. Okay,
Well,
so...
perhaps we should see what's on the other side of this elevator door. For all we know, we could wind up having to climb down. The bottom might have fallen out or what have you. Right now, we have very little information.
I would say, like, you spending time to fix this freight elevator here, you are able, to open doors. So you see the inside of it. It is... pretty large for a freight elevator, mostly intact, which is nice. It's just needs a little bit of elbow grease and maybe actual grease, which thankfully you've got
Opera goes
plenty
to
of.
his elbow grease dispenser.
Oh.
Gross.
It's canon. It's canon. It comes from your elbow. Perfect.
Patch might cringe a little at that.
It could come from a worse
Batman's
place,
utility
so
belt
I'll
with all
take
in
it.
his forearm.
Now I'm ready for it. That seemed a little quiet, but anywho, yes. With that, so yeah, you were doing some investigation, also some radio stuff. Opera, is it okay if the answer is no? Pixie and Patch, is there anything that you wanted to say or do during this little beat while Opera is fixing the elevator up?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, just keep an eye out for any odd noises.
Yeah. That's the thing, is like it is quite eerie here in that it's empty, which is great. There's no one really, clamoring for your blood, but to have such a large former living space this empty, it's unsettling. But on that note, you are able to there is a whir of life as the elevator sort of, the lights come on. You hear a little bit of that mechanical whirring as the engine comes back to life. And seems like there is one other button here, which makes things nice and simple. All aboard?
Shall we?
After
Let's
y'all.
do it.
Wherever we've like kept all of the supplies, I think at this point, you know, Opera is a purist in some regards, but for this mission, he definitely brought along his trusty assault rifle. If I'm going to have to be picking off turrets or something from around corners, I think he would probably have that strapped around his back.
Perfect.
And
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just in case the elevator decides to get a little surprising, I'm gonna pull out my grapple gun and just have that ready to go.
Okay. And, you know, not being a leading question or anything, how much weight can that grapple gun sustain?
Double my body weight. But I'm assuming, like a freight elevator, I realized I was making the assumption that the top was open, which is how I think of freight elevators, but I guess it's probably closed in completely.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, this loop is just not working correctly. Yes, it is a closed top. Like, it is a full elevator box there. It's just larger than a passenger elevator. A little bit,
okay.
yeah. You're like in industrial. There is metal, no wood paneling, no fluff, made for lots of people and/or heavy things.
In that case, maybe no worries on the grappling hook. I've been playing a lot of Stray, so it's all open top elevators in that.
I mean, there is a ceiling hatch, you know, if the circumstances call for it.
And for what it's worth, I'm not sure if many other folks invested into like the strength-based stats, but Opera is, technologically speaking, in a purely scientific sense, yoked as fuck. So if I need to rip that off, I imagine I can if we need to beat a retreat. Also, Jonathan, sorry if we were supposed to keep the language down. I wasn't.
Oh, no. Oh, that's no. Yeah, that's a fair question. It's not something that we talked about before, but yeah, y'all are.
I'll observe Carnegie Hall rules, 3 F words maximum per session.
Yeah, after that, I will be bleeping you. Yes. I'll have my hand right on the button. Okay.
Beautiful.
You all aboard this elevator. Yeah, exactly. There are... y'all have no need to worry about language. Just the usual... Just the usual safety tools that we went over. There, the more you know, star flies across. You'll get in, and this. The door closes, and you start heading down.
Jonathan, would now be potentially a moment we could take a couple of minutes?
Read my mind.
Sorry,
because
I saw somebody put in chat, and I didn't want that to get lost.
Oh, I didn't see anything in chat about.
Sorry, I think it's in the OBS.
The Ninja chat. Yeah, I've not been looking at that. Yes, for sure, it is read my mind because as you start rattling down in this elevator.
Oh no.
9. There is a little bit of elevator music here. It's kind of like when a one of those like voice line toys, the battery is low, so it's like really kind of nightmarish. It's kind of along those lines. I wish I had a sound cue for that at this moment.
It's like a dying Furby.
As you try and tune that out, everyone make a perception check for me.
All I can think of is now deploying smooth jazz.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow. I guess I just like 11 these days.
Perception.
Yeah,
What's that?
you and me both.
Others.
Okay.
Ow. All right, Bo.
So we've got an 11 from Patch and Opera, a 14 from Pixie, and a 20 from Baudelaire. Let's see. Patch, maybe you're just a little bit nervous about the shakiness of this elevator. Opera, you are keeping an eye on some of the mechanics to make sure that Pixie, yeah, you're just enjoying the ride here as well. Bo, you hear something that isn't elevator or nightmarish elevator music. You hear voices, muffled voices, more than one. And it sounds like it's coming from overhead. And just as you clock that, you hear a slight thunk of some boots hitting the roof of the elevator car.
Shit.
And that is where we are going to take a break.
Yay!
Oh no!
Hooray!
Oh, hell yeah.
Hooray!
Oh,
All right. We will be back in a few minutes, folks, while we take bio breaks and get things set up. See you in a little
Amazing.
bit. Welcome back, folks. So, as we saw in the break, they were descending in the elevator, and they are not alone. Okay, what I would like everybody to do, please, as we reveal the elevator, if you would please roll initiative.
Could I do a quick check and like just get an idea of how many people there are, and like with my cybernetic audio, I've got the voice stress analyzer, amplified hearing, and another thing that doesn't really not helpful here, but just get an idea of how many people there are, and potentially what type of weaponry they might have, or if they sound stressed.
Yes.
Or like what they're talking about, I guess.
Yes. Sorry, give me 1 second.
So where is initiative?
So I am trying to get this thing. It's like right under. Trying to get it to move, but the little blip, the player's in the way. Hold on, let me.
Players
That
are
is
always
Just get out of the way.
bad design, and that I can't get it to. Fucking. Okay, well, y'all can kind of, see the little carousel here in the center. So, I have all added you to the initiative. What you're able to do, why do you have so many statuses? Were you testing? You've like, several of you have many statuses. Not sure what's... Or, that's the active effects. Those are active effects from like what you've got. Okay, never mind. We're figuring this out as well.
I don't think I'm addicted to Smash, whatever that is.
It's just so yes. Go ahead and roll me, please, Bo, that perception check. Yes, you may do so using your fancy tools.
So, for gameplay reference, if I have those cybernetic enhancements, is that like a thing where it lowers the difficulty value, or how does that interact with my perception?
So what does it... tell me what it says on the description there.
Give me 1 moment.
Why are they...
Also, if anybody happens to know where the initiative button is in Foundry, that'd be good.
So, sorry, I've got to hit the begin combat here. Here we go. So we've popped up here. Here, you will see in the combat tab. Otherwise, you can also, I believe, use these fancy little windows here in the bottom left. You can click that die there, and that will roll initiative for you.
I'm still just seeing the backslash.
Oh,
page.
it would probably
Yeah,
help if
same
I
here.
actually moved y'all to the page.
There we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
thought I was
That's
losing it.
cool.
There you are.
And
What?
I have the info on the hearing. So amplified hearing, the system improves your hearing and sound recognition ability, adding +1 to any sound-related awareness check. and the voice stress analyzer. This system acts as a lie detector, detecting minute changes in vocal patterns and tones, comparing these to a pre-recorded set of parameters. You must first use the analyzer. Oh, no, well, that's for basically like at +2 to human perception or interrogation. So I guess it already added that, I assume.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to say, yeah, this is going to be human perception. You know that someone's there. See if you can, I would say how many there are. That one's going to be not as difficult to tell how many there are, but any more information than that, like what they are saying, there is elevator going on here, so yeah.
I guess what I'm going to say I'm looking for is, like, do they sound like truly hostile, or do they just sound like they are they as surprised to see that we're here as, like, we, you know, like, is there any chance basically that I could talk to them?
Yeah.
Is what I'm kind of looking
go ahead and
for.
roll. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's right there. The 12 with a 12.
Oh, 12, yes.
The 12 plus. Let's see. Does it have your pluses in there already? Your perception, empathy. Okay. So yeah, with it doesn't have your gear in here already. There's. We are still figuring out some of the automation here in Foundry, but I'm gonna say with the added bonuses from your tech, what you have here is that you can hear 4 distinct voices up ahead. You are able to tell that actually their initiative, if you will go ahead, I know we haven't gotten to rounds yet here, Bo, but if you will go ahead and roll that for me, please, that initiative.
I click that dice in the upper. It's not letting me roll for some reason. Hold on. Don't know why.
Well, I hate to be the guy and roll for you.
If you want to roll
but
for me,
I'm
that's
going to,
fine.
Yeah, I will go ahead and do that.
Totally
Okay.
fine.
You hear 4. Oh, we've got a raid. Oh, this is exciting. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you for the raid, Claire. After all, we are just at the start of a showdown on a freight elevator descending into depths unknown. They just heard some boots and voices on the roof. Yes, thank you. Very exciting. Raid rave. Yes, with that Cyberpunk music. With that check, you don't think that they know you're here. You hear a couple of voices that say, yeah, some of, I'm just going to zhuzh this information for now, so secrets. Here. Graf, I thought you said you know where you were going. I don't know what you fucked up getting us down here, but now the elevators are going off. We're lucky that it wasn't any security. Yeah, I know. Would you just put a cork in it already? Sounds like you've got some company that thinks they just happened to stumble on this elevator as it activated, making their own way into this place. I'm going to make them nice and hidden. Now, why is it doing that? Okay, how dare you? Hold up. That's not this. This is link error data appearance. Please just use the same. Sorry, 1 second. Actually, I will fiddle with all of this while. Fiddle with this in a moment. Yeah, you hear 4 distinct voices. They're just sort of arguing back and forth. It sounds like, as best you can tell, whoever this Lennox is in charge.
Lennox?
You hear. I'm gonna say, for you, Pixie, please roll a. It's gonna be one of those intelligence ones. See if you remember. Yeah, concentration check for me, please. Here, Pixie. You hear Lennox, Tez, Graph, and Ember are the 4 handles that you all pick up here. With a 14. One of those names sounds very familiar. Lennox, not like the head honcho, but they are often in the employ of the people that you are looking for what they did to your family. They are not currently aware of you at this point. They are up on the roof. Before, I will say y'all have a moment to plan before we jump into turns here. What do you all do?
I first kind of turn to everybody and over the radio comms that we have, quietly whisper the situation. Basically, y'all looking to, y'all got any ideas? Do we want to, would you like me to try some, diplomacy first, or do we just want to engage this little podcatra up on top of us? I'm not normally a bottom, so I'm up for anything.
3 situational questions, Jonathan.
Yes.
How high is the ceiling of this elevator?
This elevator, I'm going to say, is straight elevator, so it's larger. It's like 10, I would say it's 10 feet, but there is a railing in here that you can use as a foothold to get up to the hatch.
2. How large and where on the roof of the elevator is the hatch that you mentioned?
The hatch is... I'm going to just bring us momentarily over here while I sneakily check something.
So sneaky.
It is in the top left. Top left is going to
and
be...
it's like 4 squares, or is it 3 by 3?
It is... It's a pretty sizable hatch. It is about overall 2 by 2 here.
At a glance, does it look like it swings down in or out up?
It... As Jonathan tries to remember elevator knowledge, I'd say it swings up.
And so I lean over to my friend Bo and say, you heard these voices and their footsteps. Where relative to the hatch over there would you say they're standing?
I'll kind of give like some sort of gesture to let them know roughly where they are.
Yeah, they're like standing like pretty close to each other towards the center. They are
towards the center.
Yeah, trying to not fall off of this moving elevator.
My dear Pixie, I believe that you acquired something earlier in our exploration.
I sure did. What did you have in mind?
Well, it seems as though we could perchance surprise these gentlemen with a bit of a gift.
Oh, I like what you're thinking. I'll hand the grenade over.
You see,
Okay.
I was quite the acrobat in my youth, and I feel I could, perhaps grabbing a hold of this railing with my rather long legs, kick open the door at precisely the moment one of you would decide to gift these friends with the object of your discovery.
Yeah. I mean, if that's cool with everyone else.
Just a thought.
I like the way you think. Let's go for it.
Hell yes. Well, I put that grenade under behind a very high skill check, but hot damn, this is exciting. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, give me just 2 more
You gave us a present. Of
unused to.
course we're going to use it. It'd be rude not to.
The best
Jonathan,
cyberpunk
would I be
present
able
of
to like
all.
sneak up into this upper left corner?
Yes, so as we get into initiative here, see, that's going to be 10. That is- okay. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, as I do real quick. These mooks here decided not to hang on to the data that I gave them earlier, so I just have to redo the art here for that. Where'd my other guy go? There he is. Okay. Awesome. Then yes, with here, we are now going to go into initiative proper. Let's go back to the game screen now that we're ready. Zhuzh it back. No, stop that. OBS. There we go. Zhuzh it back out. We are back in business. Yes, as we get into initiative order here, where did my lovely carousel go? There it is. I am also going to roll for our baddies here. Pay no attention to the people floating in the shaft. There they are. So that is them proper. As it turns out, yes, you are the first in initiative, so no need to finagle with any sort of turn taking or whatever. I'm going to say if you want to truly get the drop on them, they don't currently know that you are here. If you truly want to get the drop on them, I'm going to say go away.
I mean, we're on an elevator. Sure, we've already gotten the drop on them.
Oh.
I'm going to say roll a stealth check for me to see. I'm going to say stealth or... Yeah, I'm gonna call for stealth unless you want to sell me on something else as far as
Nope, stealth is good.
maneuvering yourself with that hatch and grenade before. Yeah.
I'm going to
and
spend 2
catch
points
them
of luck
as
on
you-
this.
Okay. Ooh, a 24. Okay.
Wow.
Excellent. Very, very good. Yeah, with a 20. Ooh.
Whoa!
I am actually going
I
to
got
call
a
for
little
a group stealth here. Currently, I'm going to say that Operas is going to be the most important in this moment, but yeah, the other two.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were calling for a group one. My bad.
No, you're good. I like that instinct
You can ignore mine if you want to.
because y'all are perhaps shifting a little bit. Speaking, it is unlikely that they will detect you before you pull something, but they might. So you
Right,
other two.
Pixie, I will kick open
Interesting.
the hatch and you be ready with
All
the
of-
sky hook.
So all of us
Exactly.
are rolling stealth? Just want to make sure.
Yes, please. So Pixie and Patch, please also roll stealth for me.
Okay.
Also, is it possible to turn down the music just a hair?
Oh, is it allowed? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I am also going to use
Sneaky.
2 points of luck.
Okay. I'm going to say that, yes, the music is piping through my speakers right now, but for you of all who are actually in Foundry, if you go to that music note in the top right, you can adjust the music that is currently playing there.
Oh,
The battle track is being played through Foundry right now.
wow, much better. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
And yeah, chat, let me know if that's a good battle music level as well. Awesome. So we've got 20, 20, 24, and 5. So yeah. Bo, you start to get a little bit overexcited, talking like planning and doing going through. It's like yes, like it's habit for you to be a talker. But fortunately, I'm gonna say with this doing some a group stealth here. The other 3 are able to like shush you before you give up the game. Okay, then with that,
As I'm moving past, I just steady him like with a hand as I'm like silent like the night.
Yeah. And are you
The
trying
look
to
of,
just
of,
like?
uh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just making a muscle joke.
Okay. If you want to, are you trying to like bash the hatch open or like sort of jig it and toss it out?
Oh, I was thinking bash it open because
Love
you know
it.
I don't think they're so dumb that they're not going to see a grenade at their feet. So I'm literally thinking like grab the things and then like pull my feet up into it.
Awesome.
And
And what
smash it
did you say
open.
your strength was?
My body is 12.
Or body, that's right. 12, yeah, which is quite high if I remember
it is literally
my
superhuman.
Okay, then I'm not even going to make you roll here. I'm going to say that stealth. I'm going to sort of judge that into the rest of it here. You bash open this hatch, and I'm going to move us. Well, the rest of you are going to stay here, but the stream will be able to see. You see there. Let's move you over. Actually, I will go ahead and move us so y'all can see what's going on here. And I'm just going to make y'all uninvisible here on the side just so you can see the scene in question. Y'all are not actually hovering above the shaft. I hope.
Such a tease.
Awesome. Oh, and it got rid of the initiative, huh? That's fine.
Oh no.
That's fine. We can always go back to the other page here in a second. Okay, so you toss this grenade. If I remember that grenade correctly, that is the
biotoxin grenade.
Yeah, the biotoxin grenade, which I'm pulling up here. If hit. So, as we get into combat here, let's go over to that section here. Because I believe technically it is. Oh, it just flipped again. There we go. This is going to be. I know it's not a. It's still. Are you still working, Matthew?
Oh, am I rolling it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was teeing up Pixie to do it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I understand. Okay, sorry.
Like,
I thought
my
you were
hands are-
borrowing.
my
I
hands
thought
are
you were borrowing
occupied.
the grenade to. Okay, so
No,
you're just
no, we're tag
bashing it
teaming this.
open to. Okay, okay. Then in that case, yeah, let's put a
about
pin
that.
in that. So yeah, this is what we see. You see as you crash this hatch open. You see, well, these 4 here who like start to turn, and then we are going to cut back to the previous screen. I'm going to put you here in floaty land, as you are currently above the
I love
elevator.
floaty.
There he goes.
So next up, I am starting to regret. I was like, when am I ever going to do that? There is a module that lets you carry over initiative between scenes, and now I was trying to. There is a way to make roofs. I was trying to make this a roof tile scenario. It doesn't play as well with movie files, the roof tiles. So anyway, trying to think of the best way to handle this. Next up, that is going to be Lennox. It is going to be over here. Because of the other technical snafus, this is not Foundry's fault. It's mostly mine for a number of reasons. I'm going to rely on our handy-dandy companion app to make some combat roll for our mooks here. This hash is bashed open. Lennox here, that is his turn. As the apparent leader, he is able to act first. So what they are going to do is they have a pistol, this very heavy pistol that they pull out and try and shoot at you. So the way this works here is with combat versus your D&D, your other combat system in this D10, it is less of a matters what armor you're. It does matter what armor you're wearing, but not to hit. It is distance and weapon. Those are going to be your major factors in whether you hit this person. So he's got a very heavy pistol. And based on how far away he is, that is the DV, the difficulty value that he has to pass in order to hit Opera here. Armor still reduces damage. It can, if you're wearing heavy enough armor, it can negate the damage entirely. It will still reduce the amount of damage you take if it overcomes your armor, but it will ablate over time. It will take damage, and you will need to either replace or repair your armor as it gets more and more, well, messed up. So here is going to be this very heavy pistol.
We'll like that.
Roll for that. Going to roll a handgun check here. Got a plus 12 to this, which is probably going to hit. A 19, which does beat that difficulty value of 13.
Evasion.
For damage. Oh, okay. Yes, here's a special case. Normally that is how things work here. But, Opera, would you like to explain what you are pulling here?
Yeah, so because I am so very fast, I am able to attempt to dodge gunfire because I have a dexterity of 8. So I don't want to get shot. So I am going to put 2 more points of luck into this, and I'm going to attempt to, as I do my balance beam routine over here, avoid getting shot with a pistol. I need to beat his target.
Ooh,
luck coming
yes.
through. Luck coming through.
Yep. If the defender has a reflex or 8 or higher, you can just choose to straight up dodge it rather than relying on distance and armor. So with a 20, beats that by 1. Also, distinction in this system versus others. In a tie, the defender wins. So that is actually a fail by 2. Goes to pull this pistol on you, but with your inhuman speed, you dodge out of the way of this. I believe, let's see, pistol, heavy pistol. He is able to shoot a second time this turn, so he's going to shoot again.
I hope he rolls worse.
Yeah, they based on the kind of firearm you have, there's a handy dandy table. Rate of fire, damage, it will all depend on what you've got. So like a assault weapon may have like a sniper rifle. You can only fire once per turn, but better range and ooh, that damage if you hit. Yes, thank you, James. Ooh, James, you are gonna want to watch the end of this VOD later. I will tell you that much. Okay. Second attack. You rolled another 20 to avoid. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
22.
Which
I guess explodes, doesn't it?
Does explode. Oh, that was a 10, not a D10. Excuse me. Okay, adds 1. So a 23,
well,
but a 23 is going to hit.
I can theoretically dodge a 23.
Theoretically, yes, but
I'm going to use my last. Am I only allowed to attempt to evade once per turn?
No, but Oh, excuse me. I was looking at the stealth. Yes, please roll.
All right, I'm going to use my last point of luck here, and hope for the best. Nope.
Ooh, as a 17, that is not going to do it. So you dodge the first one, but not fast enough to dodge the second strike. So they are going to roll that damage on the very heavy pistol, which is going to be, oh boy, that is a heavy pistol, huh? That is going to be 4d6.
And if you get multiple 6s, it's a critical injury, right?
Yes, that is correct. So if we get more than 2 6s, that is, let me...
I can't tell what those dice
4, 3, 5, 3.
say. Aha!
Yeah,
So
4, 3, 5, 3.
15 beats my armor by 4, so I take 4 points of damage and ablate 1.
Yes. Redeemed. Roll the dice. Okay, you redeemed that.
What now?
Someone, James here, has used these. I am going to do a little bit more legwork later on what sort of rewards that our viewers can spend their channel points on. But for right now, I'm going to roll a luck check here. Let's play some Calvin Ball. If I roll 6 or above, you can re-roll your evasion. If I roll a 5 or below, I'm just going to re-roll the damage, take lower.
Oh boy, honestly, statistically, just taking the lower damage might end up being better here. Alright, let's try and evade again. This time I have no luck left to use. Nope. I appreciate the attempt, though.
Still ends up being a hit. Okay. They only have 8
it's only a flesh
bullets
wound,
in the
and
magazine.
I barely have any of that left.
Oh yeah, I already rolled the damage done. So that's 15, yes. So you take 4 points of damage. What looks like you already take it. You ablate your armor by 1. Okay, so that means, yeah, it's not going to be as good as deflecting damage in the future. Okay, back to... let's get our initiative back up here. Let's bring back the carousel. Next up, that is going to be... Why? Oh, because I clicked it. That's why I was doing that. Okay. Still figuring out all these schmancy things as well. Pixie, that is your turn.
All right. I am going
Give them the old
to,
heave-ho.
yeah, just lob the grenade up there if I can.
Okay. So I am going to ask for a heavy weapons check from you. I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit... It's going to be a little bit more difficult to lob it through the opening such that A, it doesn't just get yeeted down the shaft, or B, potentially hit Opera. Grenades in this game system are 5x5 squares, which means...
I don't know, statistically, the odds of it hitting
you'd be
me
able
and
to...
not hitting any of them are very long.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be able to, if you roll well enough, you will be able to potentially hit these folks here.
Okay, I'm gonna dump 2 luck points in here.
Okay. So with this right here,
Oh no.
Oh no,
that is a
indeed.
12. For you. Yeah, I'm going to say 12 is not going to be enough beans there. Let's see, grenade launcher, where's my table? There we go. Grenade launcher. Yeah, for this range, that would be a 16 to aim properly, and that's in ideal scenarios. This is would be slightly harder than a 16 given these circumstances. So with a 12, let's keep things interesting here. This is going to hit our dastardly quaterno, duo, trio, quartet. That's the word I'm looking for. Our deadly quartet. It is also going to catch Opera in this.
Ugh.
So with
I
this
should have gotten rid of those
neurotoxin,
lungs.
you lob this up here, and this biotoxin grenade explodes in this cloud. The good news is because of just the shaft moving, it's not going to linger. But I need you to please make a resist, torture / drugs check.
Oh boy. Will. I
that
need
is
a will save to not die of poison? Oh boy. Wish me luck, friends. I think I need like a 10. Oh!
Ooh. Oh, I see a 10. Oh, there it is.
Damn!
Ooh.
Look
You
at
love
that.
to see it, folks. You love to see it.
Folks.
Yeah, a little bit of applause there for you. Okay, I'm going to roll. They have a +4 to theirs, so they need to roll decently well as well. Roll d10 +4, and as far as order, I'm going to say it's going to be initiative order as far as which one's which. Ooh.
Oh. 14 plus.
Hold up. Wow, yeah, they are just really bad at that. That is 4. That is both their stat and their skill. Yikes. All right, I will roll an extra d10 for our 10 person. The other ones are going to horrifically fail.
I'm still like holding onto the bar upside down, going, Pixies, that was perfect.
Yeah. On a fail, since you passed,
Sorry, my aim
yes, you're
could be a
able
little
to,
better.
Yes, you are able to. Thankfully, it doesn't ablate your armor since this is biotoxin. But yeah, you're able to cover your mouth here, and you are sufficiently, I suppose, less organic to get over all of this as it abates. On the other hand, I did say initiative order, which is going to be, as I take a peek. So the only one who passes is Ember. Okay.
So now they take 3d6 damage directly to hit points.
Yes. Yes,
That's
they
really
do
big.
rolling damage once for all 3 of them. That is 9. That is going to be
Okay.
9 points of damage to all of them. Why won't it?
27 points of damage. Very nice. And then you just threw it straight up.
Yeah, so
Like bonked me in the face and bounced.
yeah.
It just
Actually,
bounced
this works
off
out.
you.
Because you lobbed it just a little bit too far, because it is actually Ember here who managed to pass alongside Opera, so it is the further 3 that you managed to catch them in this blast. Very good. That is any. So each, I will say also, action economy for Cyberpunk. You get a movement, and you get an action. That was definitely an action. Popping open the hatch, throwing the grenade. Any movement from you here, Pixie?
I think I just want to go just stand directly under the hatch
Okay.
and just wait and see if anybody comes through or anything like that.
Sick. Okay, so you ready yourself under the hatch. Here. Well, cool. Yeah, we'll say ooch, just right over there. Okay, next up, that is going to be not Griff. The name. Graph. I was close. All right, Graph is up next. Graph.
His
And
evil twin.
They all just have. Check. Yeah, these are all the same mook. So he also has a heavy pistol, and so he's going to shoot at the only person that he sees.
Yep.
If you will please roll your evasion check.
All right, I'll roll it twice.
Please do.
Nice.
22 and 19.
Awesome.
I think he
they
thought I
are
had a plus 12, so
Yep.
please don't kill me.
He is going to roll
I'm too young to die.
a handgun check. That is a plus 12 to both. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Got me once. Oh, got me twice. Oh, wait, no.
So sorry, that was the explosion
first-
there because it rolled a 10. And then the second shot. Second shot is gonna miss. But that first one is going to catch you here. This very heavy pistol. It is quite loud here in this space. It's very much a. Hopefully, this is not Ooh. Wait, where did... Oh, it's in this. That's weird. Excuse me. Sorry, computer's chugging. Computer is chugging, but we are here, we are here, we are here. There we go. If you take some shots here in the elevator, quite loud. One of them finds its mark for...
All right, I ablate 1. 21!
Ooh. Rolled very high, but thankfully no critical injuries. Whenever you roll damage for whichever weapon, if you roll 2 6s amongst the group, that can be a critical injury, which, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. You do not want any of those. But that is Yowza. 21 points damage. Looks like you've already subtracted.
I took 11 through my armor, and then ablated from 10 down to 9.
Awesome. Okay, next up. That is going to be... Bo. That's you. I love this ping pong.
Me? Oh boy.
I'll say now that the hatch is open, it is... Something happens to the elevator. That's another question. But for the moment, you will not need to make a check to get onto the roof if you like.
Oh, Bo's not going to be getting onto that roof. No, sir. Well, I have a crazy idea, but it might be real stupid. Or not even possible. If I were to say I want to get onto the roof and hypothetically, like, using my sort of pickpocket skill, slide tie like a grapple gun to another person and fire it, is that something I could do, or is that just like a big no?
I love it. That's not going to be the easiest thing to pull off, but I'm going to say yes. Movement to get up close to them, action to try and pull off this shenanigan here. Okay.
Why not have some fun, right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to tie it off to not the lead. Oh, so yeah, I'll hop up onto the up the hatch, and who would I be closest to? Of our,
I would let you place yourself either here or over here.
That's fine. I'll do our little bald friend there, and I'm just gonna try to do a little quick lasso loop around. I'm gonna kind of wink at him when I get up there. I'll leave him lower the glass and be like, "Oh hi, you're cute," and then quickly wrap the grapple gun around their leg and fire it up into the ceiling.
Okay.
My goal is to yeet them off the elevator.
Okay. I love that. What I want you to do, I'm gonna call this... Let's go with a grapple check here. So in order to grab this person and pull this off, I want you
because
to...
there's the strength of my gun, could I either use, as opposed to my own strength, could I use my either my handgun or a skill or my pickpocket skill?
I'm definitely going to call for Dex. As far as the skill itself, I'm going to say... I like this idea. Pocket, possibly. Let's go over to the... Actually,
I could do contortion.
I'm looking into the book here. It's just going to be much faster if I click open your sheet.
Let's see what we got here.
Let's overlook here. Dex.
Got a pretty high dex.
Yeah. It normally calls for grapple. It normally calls for brawling, and it looks like you've already got a pretty good brawling skill here. So I'm gonna stick with that.
All right, I'm gonna pump my last 2 luck points into this.
Okay.
All right. I don't know about that. We'll see. Oh, Well, maybe that's good. I don't know. I'm thinking D&D rules.
Excuse me. I did install the module.
I was not banking on it being.
That lets it go from scene to scene.
14.
Beautiful. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's all fixed, so we don't have to keep doing more shenanigans. A 14. Okay. They roll opposed
Okay.
grapple.
Maybe they're very weak.
I doubt it. But we'll see.
Excuse me, yeah, opposed brawling. Ooh. Why is it not? No, it's kind of... Well, okay, I see the stats here. Let's just roll that flat d10, see if they can even come in the ballpark. They do have a plus 5 to their dex.
Oh my god! These guys are rolling so
Wait,
fast.
meets it, beats it, right?
Not
No?
in Cyberpunk.
Oh, defender goes to the defender.
Goes the defender.
Oof.
Can I?
So I was.
Did the?
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'll let it to you. I was like, my main question is, does it stay wrapped around their leg for future use?
No. I'm gonna say you don't lose your grapple gun, but it does not get tangled up in them.
Alrighty. How much movement do I have left? Did you say?
What's your move
I
score?
have 6.
6. I'd say you got 1 square left.
Can I hop back down to the to the hatch? If not, that's okay.
I'm because Bo is in the way here. I'm gonna say no.
Wait, I am.
Bo is Bo.
Because Pixie's
Oh,
in the way?
excuse me. Because Opera is in the way. Pardon me, Miss Bo.
Can I use that movement to hide behind Opera?
You can. It's gonna be a little bit precarious that close to the edge, but yes, you can.
I only make a better doors in a window because I haven't figured out how to make myself transparent yet.
I just sort of
working on it.
I briefly look at you, just like, I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna cuddle up to you real quick.
Well, at this
As
rate, they're going to be
you-
shooting
yeah, you
through
can
me.
move you can move your token there to try and like sort of that.
I'm currently only
We're on
seeing
the wrong-
level.
Oh.
I'm on the wrong level.
Excuse me. There we go.
There we go.
You have to remember that.
I don't know if
you have to
yeah.
activate it.
Is that? Did I do that? Is that the right spot?
That is in fact the right spot. Okay, awesome. That is going to be over to this guy here. That is Tez. Tez here.
Who is also going to shoot me twice.
Also, I have the music turned all the way down, and I'm still hearing it. Is there?
It's coming through. It's coming through my
If I
feed
turn
because
off
I'm
global
sharing it.
volume settings.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
gotcha, okay.
but yeah, it's coming through my mic, so I can just turn it down if it is too loud.
Okay. No worries. It's just a little hard to hear everybody.
Yep.
But it is
no
cool
worries.
music, though.
Yeah. Thanks. Shout out to Incompetech, Kevin McLeod for that one. Okay. This guy right here, he sees someone very close to the edge. He is going to... He's going to try and bow... Try and kill you. Yeah. He's going to try and bull rush you. You're standing on the edge of the elevator here. So that is also going to be a...
Can I use evasion on that, or?
Potentially, yes. Sorry, I had that page and I lost it. Apologies. I need just a new sticky note in here. Come.
It's not like you're
There it
juggling
is.
like 100 things at once. It's
Yeah, let's see. Literally a dozen windows open right now. That is okay. Oh, I see. He has to grab you before he's able to throw you. Grab. So rather than evasion, this is going to be. He's not going to punch you. This is grab.
Contort.
Roll
Contortion?
another brawl another brawling check.
A brawling check. Okay. I
Yes.
severely underestimated how important brawling would be.
Well,
on top of an
our first
elevator.
fight takes place in an elevator, so
There it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, I did
Okay.
at least put 2 points into it, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I did find
Okay.
their. I did. Okay, that's way better. The skills were really
Okay.
grouped strangely on the app. They do have a +9 to brawling.
Oh, that's fun. Good for them.
well, 16. That's very good.
Of course, they get a
my God,
9.
we rolled nothing but 9s and 10s.
So in
That's what I
this
get for
case,
trying to do something cool.
so yes, you are currently
We'll help you both.
grappled, which is not spinal injury. Where's that grapple button?
That's a hell of a bear hug if he's giving me a spinal injury.
So you are currently grappled. What that means is you cannot use your move action while you're grappled, and the attacker you are dragged with the attacker if they make their move action. No character in the grapple can make use of a weapon that requires them to use 2 hands, even if they have more than 2 arms, which is a thing in Cyberpunk. Attacker can end the grapple at any time without using an action, but the defender or any other character must use the same grab action to break this grapple. Okay. He's not able to grab and throw you in one turn, but he's got you cinched up. He can potentially try and throw you off. Okay. Oops, accidentally paused.
What do I use to... I'm so sorry, the music's really loud. I'm having such a hard time hearing.
Still loud.
It may just be me, I don't know. I think it got louder.
I was able to make it quieter using the audio tab in Foundry. If you already did that.
I have elevator battle turned all the way down.
Do you have playlists turned all the way down?
Playlists. Oh, under
Global volume
that's
controls.
better. Yes. Okay, I thought global volume was going to turn it down for everybody, and I didn't want to do that.
Oh, no. You're fine. Okay, so then if that's just for you,
Much
I'm going to turn... Oh, I see it was doubling up then. That's why it's so loud for you. Cool. I will turn that a little bit back up so our streamers can continue hearing it. Fantastic. Grappled, that is... That is going to be... Wait, you just... Oh, I grabbed the wrong dude. This is the guy who rushed forward and grabs you. That's going to be a Patch. What do? You are back here in the elevator.
Oh boy. Okay. Not damn. All right. So here's the thing. She has a couple of smoke grenades,
Ooh, okay.
but, and I'm asking out of character here because combat is not my strongest suit. Would Patch know if that would actually help the situation or hurt up there, or would she just kind of like chuck it and pray?
I think the fact that we're descending would mean that a smoke grenade probably wouldn't have the same kind of effect you would typically hope for it to have.
Yeah. What I will give you is that, yes, for those reasons pointed out, there's not going to be a lingering smoke cloud. However, if you get it like right up in their grill, that may just... It is still precarious here on this descending elevator. If you disorient them a little bit, it's possible that they could fall.
That's kind of where I was going. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I guess we'll give it a shot. She has a couple of them. I'll chuck one of them up there.
Hell yes. Please roll a heavy weapons check.
Sure. as soon as I find it.
Mhm.
It's under ranged weapon skills.
Ah,
Mhm.
perfect. Okay. Thank you. And
And thank you, chat,
Yeah.
for being nice and patient with us figuring a number of things out. Me especially.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just muttering. Continue.
I'm gonna use 2 more luck points. Hope it actually works. Nope.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
She is
a-
not rolling well today.
Okay. With a 9, that is not going to... I'm going to say with a 9. DV here was at least...
16.
Yeah, at least 16, if not higher.
Yeah.
With this much of a goof here, let's take a look at that smoke grenade. Cast the script by -4 penalty. It lands right back in.
That figures.
cab.
Yeah.
You try and lob it up onto the roof, get it in someone's grill, but there is a lot of activity happening right over the hatch, and in the struggle, the grabbing, the moving, the shooting, the dodging, it just gets knocked back into this elevator here. So this entire interior is covered in smoke. So obviously it's going to be a little, unless you get up on top of the elevator, it's going to be very difficult for you to tell what's going on up there for sure.
Conversely, is it going to be difficult for them to see inside as well?
It is. It is a fair point. So they
All
are
right.
not going to have
Silver
an easy
lining.
time just like fish in a barrel there. Okay. So that was action. You do have movement if you want it.
I mean, I don't think there's really much she can do right now.
Okay. Then, yep, let's
I'll just
proceed
stay.
onward. That's going to be Ember, our very last person. I'm very glad that I was able to figure out. Remember that I actually installed the module that I meant to. This guy right here. Is... Yeah, they're going to try something. They're going to try and grab Opera. This will be interesting. Please roll a brawl check here, Opera. That is a 17. It's able to grab hold of your scruff here. Okay, that is their action. That is they're not able to throw you, but they are going to like drag you over to the edge. Okay. Back up to your turn, Opera. It is your turn.
All right, well, this is the reason that I have judo in the first place, so I'm just going to try and punch him twice.
Hell
And I
yes.
know that I can martial arts attack someone who is grappling me, because specifically this ability says that the requirement is you hit a target that is grappling you with 2 attacks.
Yes. So once you, if you hit him twice, then yes, you can do the grab escape. Absolutely.
So I don't know what the DV on a martial attack is.
So that the martial arts there is, you roll your martial arts skill, and that is going to be, they roll evasion, even though normally it's for ranged things, they will roll evasion, which I'm betting is not the best. Oh my god! Okay.
The exploding
I think
dice?
They literally cannot stop that. I'll roll just cuz, I suppose.
I mean...
They do pretty well, but they're not going to beat a 33. So you absolutely just hit them once, So that is going to
All right,
be.
so that I get
and
to
what's your,
attack.
you said your body is 12. That is 4d6. Oh boy.
4d6 twice. So, yeah.
Oh, I did not see that you rolled twice here. Hold on, let me roll the second attack. Yeah,
The
you hit
second
twice.
one was a 33.
Yeah. So I did not see the 21. I was distracted
gotcha.
by this nice and shiny crit here. So yeah, you smacked him twice.
Ooh, and that's a critical.
And there's that critical. Oh, this is very exciting.
And
so what
then
I'm
I
going to
get.
do...
Sorry, real quick. I just want we can do this all at once. I need to hit a DV of 15. So I also
do.
break his arm. And I am not grappled.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you break out of the grapple, you break their arm, and you also... there's supposed to be a critical... Well, let me just, apply that damage. Okay. That's 37 points of damage. Hot damn, they were at full health and they are nearly taken out in an instant.
Pay for ripping my coat!
And I'm just going to roll on the... you also break
Broken
their
ribs.
ribs.
Oh.
So
So
broken
what does
arm
that do?
does about what it says on the 10. Broken ribs, if they move more than 2 squares, they take damage. They
Well,
suffer
then
the...
I will, with my
Great
8
damage.
movement, then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'll stay.
Awesome.
Here.
I'm very glad that we got to see some of these rules in play. So that is a broken arm.
As I run past this guy, I say, "I'm going to break an entire human skeleton across you 4."
I'm gonna say roll. I was going to say roll a showdown check. That's normally done before
so
any
bad
sort
at
of
those.
combat, but what I want you to do instead is, let's go over to no, not an intimidation check. That seems. Am I just missing something?
I think that is face down, basically.
Interrogation conversation. Yeah. Just roll. Let's roll me a cool check for me.
Oh boy. 9.
9. Okay. You. There's very little place to go, so they aren't going to like bolt off. But you can see that they are rattled here. They are not going to stop attacking, but like they're looking nervous. Especially Ember here is just like in agony. He is down to he's at 3 hit points. So Ember is probably might sit the rest of this one out potentially. The other 3 are rattled. Awesome. That is your turn. That is going to be this guy right here. Yeah, he's going to just... He saw how well the grappling went, so he's just going to try and shoot you in the face.
Well, I'll just keep on evading all day. Oh my god.
Maybe.
Well, he's probably going to successfully shoot me in the face.
Does successfully shoot you in the face once.
Oh gosh.
7 on that.
Have you rolled below a 7 yet? Oh, okay, dodged one.
On a couple of things. Yeah, it's okay. So you do dodge the second shot that is coming in, but one of them does get through your guard, and...
So I'm a blading 9.
no crits here.
Taking
Still very high on that damage, though. 18 incoming. He is almost out of bullets, though. So he will have to take a... He's got one more round, then he will have to take an action to reload. That is going to be his turn. Pixie, you're up. You are
All right.
in the middle of smoke.
So I'm going
Sorry.
to pop up through the hatch, and the guy who has bow is right there, right?
Yes, so let's pop you up in... Boop. Wrong tool. Yes, that is correct.
So I have some duct tape. Can I duct tape his ankles together on my way up?
Okay, I'm gonna call this a brawling check. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a penalty here because he is currently grappling someone else. He's gonna have a little bit tougher time dodging.
I'm also going to spend 2 luck points.
I'm gonna give him a -2 on this.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh, the 1 into the 6.
1 into the 6. Unfortunately, that is a critical failure here.
Oh,
The
you're so
elevator
good
is
at
just
brawling.
jostling too much for you to get the duct tape off. I'm going to say with a crit here, that roll of duct tape falls down the shaft.
Okay.
Okay, so that was
I appreciate the effort, though.
movement.
I tried.
Action. That's this guy. Going to shoot at our newcomer. Actually, yeah, they're going to shoot at the newcomer here. This guy right over here. DV is going to be... Wow. Oop. 13. Shoots twice.
Ooh.
Blam blam. Hits you twice.
Oh, no.
What kind of armor do you have on?
I have light armor jack.
Okay.
Can I also
that's-
use evasion?
Is your dexterity high enough? It needs to be at least...
Reflex has to be 8. I believe.
yes.
I have 8, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Then yes, I'll go ahead and roll your evasion.
18 and 20. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm rolling terribly.
We are rolling
tonight.
all kinds of 2s, and they're rolling all kinds of 7s, 8s, 9s.
Don't look at me.
It's the
Where's
there,
this
dazzled
crit?
DM
there
dice.
actually probably is a mod for that,
Yeah.
but I don't have it. DM's honor. Okay. I was gonna say there's not a mod for that, but there probably is. Okay. Yeah, it does manage to hit you twice. Here comes.
Here comes
two
the
damage
fun.
rolls.
Oh,
That first one does manage to get a critical injury on you. So I believe it should be available to you. If you click in the top right corner, you'll see rollable tables. It's the one that's right next to the book. Critical injuries. And then you can scroll down and hit roll.
It's just giving me the search bar.
yeah. I don't know that we have it, Jonathan,
Oh, okay.
because I'm seeing just the search bar and nothing else.
Ownership, no. Players, okay, now you should see it.
Oh, yeah, I see it under the little suitcase thing. Or no, not to roll it, but I just see the different options.
Yeah, different options. But now, yeah, if you go to the rollable tables there, it should be visible to you all. Yeah.
Dismembered arm.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
That's brutal.
Oh my god. This game is
Pixie,
horrifying.
do you currently have any, like, cyber tech in your arm or anything like that? Or just regular
no,
alarms?
I just have my interface plugs.
Okay.
I guess it says it plugs in my wrist or head.
Is it in your wrist or your head?
I think it would be in my wrist.
Makes sense as a driver. Okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
say roll flat D10. 6 or higher, it's the other arm.
You did say you weren't using your hands to drive earlier, by the way, if that's helpful.
Yeah, not...
But I need
Well-
my interface plugs to do that.
Oh,
and
right.
if it's
okay,
in my...
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did that
slash
do
R
that?
space D10.
Slash
Slash
R.
first.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, Patch, you're gonna have a lot to do after this.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
You
it
better
is
catch
the
the
arm
arm.
that has the interface. I will say you're not close to the edge, so it
Oh,
does
no.
land on the elevator roof.
Yeah.
But this heavy pistol bullet just rips right through your elbow there, where it is weakest. And yeah, these pistols are nothing to mess with. You have that dismembered arm.
And I think you also took, from the first one, 21 minus 11 is 10, and then 17 minus 10 is 7, so that was 17 points of damage to your hit points.
Yeah. Also, 21 and then 17 buffered by your armor, which is now ablated twice.
Yep.
There is a button
11
there to
and then
ablate that
10.
armor. Okay. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. So that was that guy. Bo, you
More
are
like
up.
whiff,
You are
whiff.
Bo, you are up.
Oh man, if Bo wasn't maxed out and cool, Bo would be going, ah! But instead, Bo's like, oh man, that sucks. So when I'm grappled or grabbed or I guess whatever I am, am I able to use like a melee weapon at all?
Yes, as long as it's one-handed.
I believe it's a simple melee weapon, I think, or a light melee weapon. But but what do I have to do? So to break the grapple is an action though, and I would have to do a pose brawling.
Yes. So you do, if you want to get in there, you can roll brawling check, and you can choose to either break the grapple or grapple back. And now you're just like in a lock.
I think I'm gonna just try to break. Because if I break it, then I can move away.
Yes.
Or is there like an attack of
That's correct.
opportunity type?
No, attacks of opportunity aren't a thing.
Okay.
As far as
just wanna
I'm
make
aware.
Sure. Oh, come on, dice gods. Let's do this. That's not helpful, dice gods, really, I don't think.
13.
Come on, roll low.
Nope.
They did not. And that
This is
your-
unbelievable.
Is it
yeah.
impossible for me to beat? Hold on, wait. The lowest he can get is a 10.
Well, the lowest he can get is
Plus 9. He's got the
rolls
same
of
plus
1
as
and
you.
then up to subtract 10.
So yeah, he did explode here, so he would roll another d10, and it would be even higher. But
In a
just
world
the
where
same plus.
probability were behaving normally, they would fail sometimes.
you would
Yeah.
think. But Matthew, you also saw the other week where I had a 0.06 probability run of d20 rolls in Roll20.
I don't
Clearly,
think
Foundry
Um,
is my platform.
Is speaking of like is that considered
can
an
speak.
actual action or is that like a free?
I'll let you speak.
You mentioned earlier that I'll let you speak. No, I love it. You mentioned earlier that Pixie recognized these folks.
Mhm.
Have I seen them anywhere, or do I recognize that they are? Did I recognize that Pixie recognized them, basically?
I would require I'll give you a free check. That would be free concentration check to see if you remember that, like, connect the dots between Pixie knowing them as well. But I would say you as a fixer, yeah, you recognize them. These are some sort of mercenary mooks that you've seen skulking around before, seen them around jobs. They're pretty typical mercenaries that you have seen in and around Echo Center. Fewer scruples.
Okay, so I think because face down is like a action, I think I'll just do like a verbal sort of preparation for that on my next turn, I guess. And just say like, look, y'all, we don't have to fight. We can just sort of we can combine our efforts. Look, I like a hug as much as the next man, but let's maybe concentrate our efforts. And then if I know their name, I'll just say the name of the guy who's holding me as kind of like a, look, I know you kind of thing. But let me roll. I guess I have to roll that concentration thing.
Yes. You know them. The concentration is for, do you clock that Pixie knows? Like, Pixie might know who this is. And that
I'll just say, like, I won't worry too much about that. I'll just say, as long as I know them and could call them out, like, by name.
Yeah. Yeah, the one holding you is Tez, I believe. Yeah, Tez.
Yeah. Hey, Tezzy. And just, I'll look at him and just say, like, while also during that, I just say, like, hey, you don't want to hurt me. I know you like the Neon Garden, too. You don't want to mess it up for yourself. And that's I think that's my turn, because I can't move.
Got it. Yeah, you can set up the face down. It looks like... calls for it. I think it's usually before combat, but if the situation calls for it, it looks like you can potentially do a face down in combat if the situation like radically shifts, which I mean there's been some
seems like it is.
some stuff has happened. This guy is basically dead. Pixie just lost an arm, so there's been some back and forth. Okay. So you have got that set up. That was Bo. That is going to be Tez. He's going to try and throw you off.
Oh, Tez, that's so rude.
Well, you can't tank my reputation if you're not around to do it. And he is going to... Yeah, there it is. I'm just going to put a new sticky note in here so I don't have to keep finding it. Awesome. With this throw here, action to throw them. Oh, there's the front weapon.
Throw grapple target, or
it doesn't say anything about. Usually, it's like I think implying like throwing them just onto the ground, like a kind of just slam, suplex, etc. Versus like throwing them across. I'm going to make them make another grab check. I'm going to rule it like this. So roll a brawling check opposed to this guy. See if he manages to throw you off. He only gets one shot at it this turn.
Okay. So I'm just looking at the roll. So says if you're currently the attacker. Oh, that's if you're the attacker. Okay. Dealing body stat damage. Oh, there's so many things. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
It's a great book, folks, but it is it's pretty thick with several C's.
Okay. Brawling.
Hey.
Of course. Oh, I thought I rolled the 17 and you rolled the 18.
All the way around. So yes, you do in fact manage to not get thrown off the elevator. It's good. You managed to wiggle your way and subvert that. Fantastic. Pat, you're up. Sorry.
All right.
I will save for everybody's sake. Once this is done, the outro will be brief. I promise.
Yeah, she's, I guess, gonna pop up herself onto where everybody else is.
Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3. I'll say 1, 2. Cool. I will say you're able to place yourself like right here. You have 2 squares left.
Okay.
Why are there 2? Go away.
All right. So she's gonna see what's going on. She's gonna see the arm. So here's the thing. She's got a shotgun. She also has 1 more smoke grenade.
Please use the shotgun.
You do have a shotgun with people at point blank range.
Yeah, okay. In this game, how bad can that be?
Well, bad for them.
To us, not them. Okay.
Compared to throwing a grenade in an elevator shaft, I'm gonna go less.
Yes. So a grenade, a shotgun at this range is going to, let's see, 13, too far zoomed in. Yeah, 13 no matter how you slice it. You have your pick. This guy is basically dead. This guy is grappling the bow right next to the shaft. How many times can I say shaft in a single game?
I like it when they grapple my shaft. Couldn't
Okay.
resist.
I would
sorry.
say you do. I'm just going to nudge a little bit here just because of the time. The most immediate to threat in your view right now is Tez.
Yeah, because we don't want anybody on our side going down the shaft. So, yeah, not a word out of you.
I got nothing. Don't look at me.
No, you're fine.
No, me,
Um,
your resident perv over here.
Yeah, okay. Just to be clear, in this system, a shotgun blast to the face is not going to affect the other people around them?
No.
Okay.
Actually,
Alright.
hold up. I think you can actually get more. You can get more than 1 person with this shotgun. You can get.
You can. It's like a 3x3 square or something. I forget exactly. I don't have the table
Yes.
open.
Yep. 3 by 3 squares. So you could get 2 of any of the people to the south, or just Tez. Although,
Yeah,
reasonably, Tez is the greatest threat right now.
I was going to say,
but
Tez is the
Being
one...
point blank with a shotgun is an awfully good bargaining chip. Say bargaining chip. Threat. It's a threat.
Alright, has anybody actually hurt Tez yet?
Tez. Yeah, Tez is a little banged up. Let's see. So Tez is banged up. Ember is basically dead. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the other 3 took the toxin damage. So the Ember's basically dead. If he had taken neurotoxin damage, he would be dead. And the other 3 are looking a little bit sick.
Okay. Yeah, but still, Tez is the one that's
Yeah,
currently trying to
big
shove.
threat. Yes, big threat to Bo right now. So
Okay.
I say grip it and rip it.
I like how you think. Okay, yes, I will do that.
And you can shoot
Shotgun
that.
to the face.
You can just shoot it once, but it does a lot of damage.
Hopefully I'm clicking... Nope, that's not the right button. Alright then.
That is going to be
There we go.
your shoulder weapons, I believe. Shotgun. Yeah, shoulder arms.
I got it. Alright, and yeah, I mean... I will use... almost out of luck, but I'll use 3 points.
Okay. I mean, we're basically at the end of the session anyway, so now... I will say, if not right now...
Smoke them if you got them.
No reason not to use the luck there.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Oh, so couple of things you did a... Were you aiming for their head?
No?
I mean,
Yeah, so
you can.
so
You can do a called shot to like head or thing. It may have been on accident. It's I might have been using your sheet for testing earlier. I can't remember. That was a while ago. But I will
Okay.
say that maybe an accident, but you've got the DV to shoot this guy in the head if you want.
I mean, damage is damage at this point. Yeah, anything to get him to stop doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
Fair
go
enough.
full Cheney on this
looking
guy.
at the looking at the clock right now. Yeah,
I was waiting for the
absolutely going to
reference,
allow- there it
yes.
is. Yep. I will be the first one to say it. Okay, then.
Shoot him in the proverbial butt.
Sure.
Proverbial butt.
So roll 5. We will ignore the incendiary. Roll
Okay.
5d6, and it gets multiplied by 2 if the when the headshot goes through. It's
Okay.
headshot. So for the folks at home, call shots you can aim for someone's head depending on your weapon. It is a -8 to your check, so it makes things pretty difficult. But if you hit it, oh baby. You can aim for a leg to break it. You can hold
And that's a
item to make someone
critical.
drop it. But
So that's 42 damage and a critical hit.
I think he's
just
dead.
for funsies, let's go ahead and see what he rolls on the critical injury head list, which is separate. They are more serious, as you might imagine.
Whiplash.
Which
Whiplash.
is pretty tame. If some other effects
I mean,
beyond
it's
increasing base
because he
says, yeah,
shuffled
makes
off this
death
mortal coil
saves
too
harder.
fast.
But yeah, that whiplash in question is from being shot in the face point blank with a shotgun, and they definitely let go of Bo, so you're off the hook. He aiming this where you see this cable, the mechanism here towards the top. His body slams into it, as does what remains of his head, and a few things happen here.
Uh-oh.
Tez is very dead, but between a very forceful body check and a point-blank shotgun blast to the mechanism of the elevator, you hear a very frightening screeching noise as all of a sudden the elevator starts going into free fall.
Oh shit. Did I just kill the party?
Nope, you
Look, I like to get head as much as the next guy, but that was quite a shot. Damn.
So let's see. Come on, paste. There we go. I'm going to put y'all in the right spot. Boop.
Uh-oh. Time
Wait,
for
the
a little
whole
rodeo.
thing started breaking?
Yeah, like as going down. Let's see, you're there, close enough. This map decided to be weird. This guy is very dead. Goodbye.
And actually, as we're going into free fall, for
Mhm.
flavor, Patch would turn around with the shotgun and just a bright smile and say, "Hi, who's next?"
Would somebody please weigh down Pixie's arm?
Okay. Here's how things are going to go now. With this elevator just in free fall, we are going to jump out of initiative here. Y'all each have 1 turn to try and not die when this elevator reaches its conclusion. This has been a statistically very long elevator shaft here. Don't worry about the video speed. But where'd everybody go? There everybody went.
I was gonna say, how many floors is this?
These people have their own concerns of survival. So whatever it is that y'all would like to do to try and make sure you don't die, now is the time. I'm open to creativity here. Who would like to try and do something first?
I hate to have the blunt solution if people have creative ideas, but I literally have an ability that says, as long as you have at least 1 rank in this specialty, instead of attempting a lengthy full repair, you can elect to instead temporarily repair your target to perfect condition as an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
using the normal
Yeah.
DV of the repair. It lasts that way for 10 minutes per rank, which would be 20 minutes of normal elevator function, which hopefully can reach the bottom.
I was about to say
Fix it
it might
over,
reach
fix
it
it
there
over.
by then. Okay. Okay. You all see Opera making a beeline for these mechanisms.
Oh, you don't? Opera turns to those two assholes and says, "Throw your pistols over the side or I'll let us all die."
Yeah. All right. Now I think it's time for a face down check.
Oh no. I mean,
I'm gonna give you advantage.
Throw your
on
pistols
this.
over the side or I'll let us
Yeah,
all
I
advantage
said
is
throw
not
your
a thing.
pistols over the side or this crazy motherfucker will do it. Listen to him. He's German. He's nuts.
We don't even
I'm
have
just-
that country.
Okay. I'm gonna say then
Cyberpunk
that
German.
anyone who would like to, we're gonna play some Calvin Ball here to get this thing. Anyone who would like may make this face down check. That is going to be a reputation. I'm going to say in this case,
Do I have any
I'm gonna say-
reputation?
you certainly do. You others, I'm going to say everyone else has one. For you, Bo, I'm going to say you've got, I'll give you 3. Each one can roll that. I'm just going to roll 1 opposing because the other 2, this guy is basically probably going to die anyway. This guy is about to pass out from fear. The only guy who looks like he might put up a fight is Lennox. So I'm going to roll once for Lennox, and then each of you may make this face down roll. If you succeed, they'll back off.
So I exploded, but I only got a 1 on my other dice, but it came out to a 22. I had to roll it in the Cyberpunk companion. I'll
Okay.
take a screenshot though, just in case
Yeah,
you need it.
I believe you. Let me real quick check there. Cool's not bad. Reputation, I'm gonna give him a 1 as well, so that comes out to a +5 for your boy Lennox. There's
Oh
the
my
2.
god, they finally rolled low.
They immediately chuck their weapons over the side. Sure, yeah, fine, whatever, just do something.
Perfect. And then I point to the one who shot me at point blank and say, "You, top right corner, I can fix it with your help. Stand to my right, please."
Okay. He will do so.
And then I'm going to roll to fix it.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of intense pressure here. You don't know how much longer you have left here in this free fall. It's probably not much, but a 26. I'm going to say the check was going to be difficult. A 26 is going to pass.
So I'm going to jam like a monkey wrench into it to slow it down, and then I'm just going to, at the moment that it suddenly starts to slow down, I'm just going to shove this motherfucker off the elevator.
Hell yeah. I'm going to say roll brawl with advantage. You've got the drop on him for sure.
Can it be martial arts? Judo is literally the
Oh, yes.
the combat of
that's what I
throwing
mean.
people.
Sorry, that's what I mean. Yeah, martial arts. Yeah, you're
what
a
is
judo
advantage in
martial
this game?
artist. This is exactly what you're built for.
What is the advantage in this?
Roll twice, take the higher.
Roll twice.
Sweet.
Nice.
23.
Ooh,
I
beautiful.
mean, I'll have
Damn, the
him
dice
roll,
love you.
evasion is only a 7. Unless he explodes, there's no way.
I don't know. You've said that a lot.
This is true. That's a 9. Not enough. Yeah.
I know. I look over and say, "Say hello to my coat with hell."
Aw.
I will say, if this changes your decision at all. Oh wait, sorry, you don't know that Pixie knows this person. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Ember I was pulling over. This guy.
That is Lennox. Ember is the
Oh no,
nearly dead
it
one over
doesn't
here.
change my calculus. I don't know who these people are, and I don't know that Pixie does them. So
Yep.
we'll find his expository journal on his corpse.
Yeah, you've still got 1.5 alive here, so
I turn around and go, "Oh my god, what a terrible accident!"
Oh no.
They're not convinced, least of all the one who has multiple broken bones that you gave him as he coughs up blood. But with this check here, it is a very close margin, but the elevator does slowly come to a stop. I am just now realizing I don't have like a still image, but I'm going to just bring us back here, and that is...
You have all this cool technology, but no still images. It's so good.
It's an optical illusion. I swear it'll get better.
Exactly. Okay.
It's like when you get off the boat and it feels like it's still moving. It's like but we're on the elevator, it feels like it's still...
Yes, you don't have your elevator legs yet.
Yeah.
Elevator.
To be fair, she ain't got an elevator arm either, so...
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say that had you not done that well to check, there may have been some checks needed to like not fall with everything, but y'all make it. So you're at the bottom of the shaft. As luck would have it, as luck and plot device would have it, that last little bit there, it does sort of hit the bottom with a shudder. It is a little bit of a rough landing, but compared to what was about to happen, not bad. You can climb back down into the hatch and, give it a moment for the smoke grenade to clear out, or just like throw it to the side. I'm going to sprint through what remains here. I'm actually going to bring us back here. So why that's not... This work. Sure. Okay. What y'all come upon here is... I'm just going to put a pin in the two survivors here. We can save them for next time. But there is a hallway in front of you. Yeah, dealing with those two mooks and also Pixie, who's missing an arm. The little things.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, because of how you're able to stop the elevator, I will say Pixie's arm is recoverable. So maybe Patch can do something about that here in a moment. But let's do the outro. Walking through the hallway that you see in front of you, you notice that while there is a thick layer of dust everywhere down here, everything is remarkably intact. And eventually, you come to the end of the hallway where there is a massive, reinforced, vault-like double door. But it seems as though one of these doors is jammed slightly open, just wide enough for a person to squeeze through. Beyond the doors, you see a high vaulted ceiling and a field of servers, computer servers, arrayed radially around the dominating feature in the center of the room, a computer console. Ancient by your standards, but unmistakably a console that is, luckily, intact. Pay dirt. Time to see whether it actually functions or if it's just good for parts. I do have it in my notes here. You're able to... no, you pushed off the leader, so I'm going to say Opera. If you would, unless someone has anything they'd like to add here, Opera, if you would please do the honors of rolling a tech check to see what you can do about this computer.
Oh, you're muted, Opera.
Sorry, which type of tech? Electronics and security?
Yes.
Right. Here goes. Yeah.
A 19. Not the worst. It...
Oh, I'm sorry. That
takes
should have
you-
been a 21. Sorry,
that's
I
right,
didn't add the
with your
plus 2 from the tech scanner.
Yep. With a 21, it takes a little bit of time here to get this thing booted up, but the single faint light blinking on this old-fashioned console changes to a solid glow as you hear the sound the unmistakable hum of the text slowly whirring to life. You hear an artificial voice crackle and echo from the speakers nearby.
Beginning boot sequence. Warning. Errors detected. Running diagnostics. 78 of connections offline. Security clearance registries corrupted. Resuming boot sequence in red clearance mode.
And the entire room is suddenly bathed in a momentarily blinding flash as massive arrays of fluorescent lights switch on all around you. The field of servers all flicker and hum as they activate. And then the console monitor in front of you crackles to life as the stylized image of an eye appears on the screen.
Hello, citizens. I am Friend Computer, and I require assistance with a bit of troubleshooting.
And that is where we are going to end our session.
Hey, that's perfect, because as this last session showed, we really have trouble shooting.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Awesome. All right, that is it for this. Thank you, anyone who is still watching. Fantastic. Thank you for your yes.
I was like, it's just
yeah,
Jeff.
The clearance Easter egg. I figured there might be some Quelmarians in the chat who would pick up on some of the Easter eggs. But yes, I think perhaps a few of the mysteries and Easter eggs about where we all are is a bit clearer to some folks, and may or may not have done this in mind with the fact that we've got newbies here. But yeah, let's do
No,
this.
you're just being
and-
paranoid.
I was gonna say, there's a reason you wanted people that weren't Quelmar people.
That was just a lovely little serendipity along the way. I did want to expand the player base, but the fact that you say paranoid is an interesting choice of words.
Oh, now you're really being paranoid.
Oh goodness.
All right, a few. No. Okay, my attributions, things that actually happened here. The battle. No, so the music was a music and the sound effects combination of tabletop audio and Incompetech, aka Kevin MacLeod, as well as the VoiceMod program. Thank you so much to those folks. The overlays, the one that you are currently seeing is partially, yes, from our very own Jeff Buterbaugh for the
Yay.
Paranoia campaign. The little TV screens in the bottom there. The rest of the graphic overlays and whatnot was me. Yes, I will quickly go around. Does anybody have anything to plug? It's okay if the answer is no. Anything to plug or handles for social media? If you're interested, you can drop those in the chat if you would like. But let's just start where we did before and go clockwise. So Lee, anything from you?
I don't know. If you're from DC, check out the DC Gaming Group. We're on meetup.com, and we play tabletop role-playing games and other board games and video games and all sorts of nerdery. And then if you have a community theater near you, go check it out.
Agreed.
That's it.
I think if you would please send me that information of the thing you just said, not the theater thing.
It's like, you know about the theater stuff. Yeah, DC Gaming Group. Yeah.
Theater, ew. No, says the guy with music theater degree. Yeah, I'm also interested in that info. Matthew, anything?
I got nothing, but I can say, as a person who's been in that gaming group for a 3 years now, it is good stuff. They meet like a few blocks from my apartment, so have to see y'all there sometime.
OMG,
Okay,
I
so
didn't
you're
know.
just
Yeah.
so you're just sandbagging. Oh, okay, Matthew, that's fine.
Ouch.
I'm
I didn't want you bogarting all my games.
that's
I
fair.
only got so many
Yeah,
games I get to play.
that's fair. I'm surprised you're not sick of me yet. Angela, anything?
Just that this Thursday is System Agnostic here on Twitch,
Yes.
7 p.m., run by Steven. It's a weekly game, and we'd love to have people drop by and watch. It's pretty fun.
Yes, absolutely. We've got several things streaming on the Quelmar Twitch, not the least of which is, yes, System Agnostic on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that and the other shows. If you check out the schedule here on Twitch, you can see, yep, you're already watching. You know it's at the Quelmar Realm. Ashley, anything?
I don't have anything, but it's been great. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So thanks, folks who are still watching. If you are not already, at the Quelmar Realm, that is our handle on everything these days. YouTube. This will eventually, after perhaps a little bit of tweaking to fill what dead space. What are you talking about? A little bit of editing and tweaking. I will be. This will be on Twitch for a little while. I'm going to stick this as a YouTube VOD eventually, especially for folks who need to catch up / subtitles. Yay, captions. There's yes, our Discord, the Quelmar Realm Discord channel. I think this is how you do that. Hey, there we go. That is the Quelmar Realm Discord channel. If you would like to join and play with some other lovely nerds. Speaking of, there's also Quelmar Con 2023. The returning. That's not an official subtitle, maybe. Quelmar Con 2023. You can find information on that on our Facebook page as well, the Quelmar Realm. That is our Facebook page, Discord. It's all there. And I believe there are some donation button here below the video. Also, those overlays are Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. If you would like to donate to us as a brand new fledgling I don't know if I can say this, state, at least at this point, state-recognized nonprofit 501c3. You can donate to us as nonprofit or at Quelmar Con to help us spread gaming to a lot more folks who may not normally have opportunities to do so. That is my plug as a new board member of the Quelmar Realm. But that is, I believe, all of the things. So for our newbies here, one last initiation ritual as we sign out here. What we say every time we sign off, it is keep rolling the dice. That's the call off. All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night. And yes, just like that point redemption, keep rolling those dice.
Nice.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were
everybody.
following along. I was trying to follow other people.
Nailed it.
I'm not good at sound.